Hi, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Hello.
what?
Good time.
All right.
Welcome to the
Opinion Planet Podcast.
episode 18,
Episode
19?
19.
19.
Yeah, we're almost up to our next season. Our
We can,
Vice City season.
yeah, we can almost start drinking now. It'll be good.
Yeah. I just opened a LaCroix lemon. I have a coffee in front of me, probably my third coffee today.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the Opinion Planet Nocam Sober podcast, unfortunately. So even though
Yeah.
as tempted as I was literally like driving around the parking lot, like I did like a U-turn, like I was so close to just parking it and like, you know what? He's probably gonna smoke. No, he didn't. He stuck to his guns, and I have to stick to mine. So this is it's like a week without drinking, with some very slight exceptions. We'll get into that. It's not like I drank a shit ton.
You failed?
In a sense, but I'm gonna
Alright.
make up for it by not drinking for the next couple of days as well. All right, yeah, we can get into that. We had some controversy within my work last week. So
Did they like make you drink because of the controversy?
no, well, it
Alright.
was up to my own decision. But like, a man comes in, they want to talk to you, they brought in whiskey. What are you gonna do? Not drink it with them?
You just look them dead in the eye. I'm sober now, and then they're
No.
gonna laugh at that. They're oh really? What if I just pour you a drink? And
Yeah,
then
they would laugh at me.
you dump it.
And then I guess it won't really matter beyond that, but
No, that's good though. I mean, alcohol addiction is probably the most prevalent. Well, I'd probably say smoking is more. I don't know actually.
nicotine and alcohol are probably the largest, most prevalent
They are
addictive substances that is sweeping the nation.
Socially accepted. More people know that smoking is bad for you. Most people I don't know. I feel
drink.
most people, they
Everyone
know
drinks,
Yeah, everyone knows that like drinking excessively is bad, but you always think I'm not going to drink excessively. Like I'm not drinking excessively.
Yeah, because you don't even notice in the time. Like it got to the point where I was drinking like 11 and a half bottles of beer, and like in like a row in like one night, and then that was on on the last podcast actually, and then that was the night before the last podcast, and then I drank like a bottle of wine and then a bottle of fucking eggnog, that eggnog shit. Like you heard the clapping midway through for me celebrating I got through that wine.
Yeah.
And I went straight for the eggnog, and I did finish that shit before the episode ended. And I didn't really, you don't really feel anything at the time. It just kind of like happens.
This sounds like an even more expensive hobby than smoking, because at least
It
with
is.
smokes, you can make it last for. I guess it really depends. I mean, some people do a pack or 2 packs a day, which is if you're smoking 40 fucking cigarettes a day, you have problems. But
So it depends on how deep you are and how much self-respect you have. So you can get really cheap, really high, alcoholic content alcohols. It tastes like shit, but like you're still getting the hit.
yeah, it's getting you where you're needing to go.
Yeah, or you can like get something that tastes better. Feels like a little more fun. Feels like a little more fine, and feels refined. You feel a royalty.
I think
But
that's the dangerous shit. Because that's where I'd fuck myself. I mean, I don't know. When I'm around other people, it's so much easier to just like power through the shitty alcohol. It's like, well, there's other
you are
people.
right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the one bitch that like doesn't drink it.
It's A, being a bitch, and B, passive conversation. You see them do it.
You can both
kind of
talk
like
about how fucking awful it is, and then go back for seconds.
Yeah. Humans notoriously bond over hate, and like I used to have a bird per se. I guess not per se. I had a bird at one point. All right, for sake of conversation, that's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you
And
hate?
they're social eaters. So like this one, she was still warming up to, living
Mhm.
in her new environment. So I would sit down and eat next to her, and because I'm eating, she would go down, get off her perch and eat her food. So that's kind of, the mindset. They're extremely social animals. We're extremely social,
Humans, yeah.
extremely social animals as well. Extremely social humans.
Yeah, we are.
We're animals. We're not
Well,
separated.
now I am above a fucking bird. If I could just
Excuse me?
if I could squeeze it with my hand and it'll die, I think I'm above it.
Babies, 3-year-olds,
I guess following
midgets.
that logic, I couldn't strangle like they'd fight back. Like
Yeah, very poorly.
fucking baby bird, it wouldn't fight back. It could. Oh,
Why?
well, it would, but it wouldn't be
It couldn't.
fight.
It didn't know what's happening. It couldn't fight back. Just like any regular baby animal, it doesn't have the knowledge to understand that it's being fucking strangled right now.
Dark real
It's like,
fast.
oh, okay.
What do you
It's like this is happening to me now.
what do you guys hate? You mentioned that like humans bond over things that they hate. I'm trying to bond with my coworkers at my new job, and they're all fucking old men. Well, not old men. They're in their like 30s, but they're stereotypical blue collar workers, I'd say.
So for that
my shred-
generation, usually I like to bond over like the shitty organization that we're working for, or like the
Yeah.
ethics, or well, this sucks today because of this, but notoriously the older generations have been very submissive to those above them and are just like, okay, well, you're fucking me over, but I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm just gonna keep working.
You just gotta suck it up, yeah.
Yeah. What are you complaining about? Just suck it up and do the job like everyone else.
I wanted to tell that to him a couple of times when he was bitching about minor shit.
Well, then maybe if he's not that individual, you can bond over, the shitty stuff, the minor stuff.
But what about you? What do you guys hate? What's on the top of your dislike list? What makes you want to put a fucking bullet through your brain?
People.
Elaborate. Expand.
Annoying people.
Expand. Talk about annoying people.
Very, very self-centered people.
All right, we're getting closer.
Narcissistic people that act like everything they do is good and
Are you,
everything
like,
you do is bad.
a self-proclaimed narcissist for a good while?
Yeah.
How does that work?
So you hate
It's
yourself?
actual like narcissist.
Well,
I
that's what
think
they all say, right? I mean, I'm a narcissist, but I'm not actually a narcissist,
Not actually.
so you're a narcissist, but you don't believe that like everything has to adhere to your way of thinking.
No.
You just think
Like,
you're better.
Not the world doesn't revolve around me. And I'm aware of that.
So you're not a narcissist.
No.
Why do you hate those people? What have they ever done to you personally? I mean,
They're
they're
just annoying to deal with. That's it. They just
You have any examples?
what?
examples.
You have any examples of, any particular situation that make you hate them? Or is it just like, oh, those people are annoying. I hate them.
Those people are annoying.
All right.
No, just dealing with I work at a thrift store. You would think that I wouldn't have to deal with like the cunty people that I have to deal with.
I mean,
But
I would assume that because you're in a retail environment that you would have to deal with a very broad part of civilization. So I won't put that off the table, actually.
I'm gonna guess it's just small town Minnesota. I don't think, oh yeah, I'm gonna deal with a bunch of narcissistic mothers or something like that.
Well, then you're sadly mistaken. But most
Yeah.
Karens come from like middle fucking nowhere. You know, especially the racist ones. Rural Minnesota, rural Midwest. You know,
There's nothing better to do.
they're gonna be
There's
talking
no
about
one to like
they're gonna be
put them
talking
in the
about
post.
spooks the next second. You know,
That's apparently a racist term.
which we didn't know.
I don't.
I didn't know that till today.
See how it could be used as one, but I don't get it.
I feel like everything could be a racist term at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I can't wait for the word "fuck" to be like a racist slur.
Computer screen.
Cunt. That's sexist. That's sexist now. You can't call someone a cunt.
Why
Boot.
not? I love the word cunt.
Because it refers to the female genitalia.
It's sexist, yeah.
Yeah, it just you're calling a male a cunt, or you're calling a female a cunt, and that is implying and assuming on your end that they have that.
You can say cunt, but I don't want you saying dick. So
I guess calling someone a dick would also actually no, it wouldn't be sexist because
straight white males can't be sexist or racist.
they can't be.
Yep.
I like how this is going.
Yeah, New World Order.
Yeah, what do you hate, Jason?
I guess in my case, what I was talking about earlier, the organization that I work for, aka, the government, in some senses, the voting system, some conspiracy theory that just happen to be, maybe borderline interesting or intriguing. I wouldn't say true, but I would say, that piques the mind.
With the voting system, I wanna take it back just a couple of steps here.
Right. All right.
You don't like how America does its voting system, the Electoral College. You know who came up with the Electoral College?
All
Fucking
right.
George Washington. George Washington uses you to wipe his own ass.
Well, George Washington also owned slaves and wanted to fuck off in the middle of nowhere on a farm. And I wish history played out that way.
Hey, you have one thing in common with him, all right?
I fucked off in the middle of nowhere.
No, you owned slaves.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him on fucking camera, live on Twitch.
Cancellation Podcast Part 5.
But no, yeah. So you hate the Electoral College? How we do it, where your vote just tells someone else to vote?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's gist of it is just hating the Electoral College. It's also like the way they do it with one state's, swing states. One state's votes, hold stronger than others just because of different population densities and shit like that.
Yeah, so it does kind of reduce. I mean, wasn't like the whole idea, supposedly, of Electoral College was to make it so that like the population of California alone doesn't determine the vast majority of elections, even though it already kind of does. It's like
I mean, it's like
it's majority of people there are Democrat, vote Democrat.
It's classic government work. They do one thing to solve one issue, but it doesn't solve the issue, and they continue doing it.
I guess, yeah.
It's kind of like the war in Afghanistan,
Well, that solved a lot of our issues. We ended terrorism. It doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, we increased Lockheed Martin stocks, so I think that's all that matters.
Yeah, we diplomatically put an end to a thorn in the US's national security interests. This action will not come back to bite us ever. We've made friends, we've made allies in that region.
Only more to come.
Yeah, we're a very diplomatic country, I think.
We're a very reasonable country. I like to think that we're fucking Mace Windu saying that shit. We're very diplomatic.
I don't know. It's got to be tough being like number one. You're the boss man, and you got all these fucking other countries just clamoring, fighting with their petty, insignificant reasons that.
If you think about it, I mean, even with like the top, 1%, none of them are good people. you kind of have to be a piece of shit to be like number one, you know?
You think Mark Zuckerberg's a bad person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you seen?
He's
Have
the
you seen
best.
that one movie, you know, The Social Network?
That's a good movie. I got something that'll completely disprove your point.
What is it?
Let's see.
What is it?
No,
The one where he's like in the metaverse, you know, on a riverboat in VR and they're exploring, you know, a recent hurricane disaster?
wait, what? This might actually help your point more. Um, I was trying to look at like what charities Zuckerberg has donated to, because donating to charity just automatically is like a good thing. That money
Yeah,
goes directly to people
it
that need
makes
it.
you a good person. And
Um,
all the money in charity, you know, goes directly to the cause in which they're claiming to be supporting.
Um, the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, their philanthropic and advocacy organization, says it has given out 3 billion in grants since it was founded in 2015, backing scientific and medical research, as well as education and criminal justice reform. Zuckerberg is having an effect on the criminal justice system. And you know how he's able to have an effect? Not because he went to law school, but because he has money.
Bribing, legal bribing.
It is basically right. I mean, yeah, you donate to that is illegal. I mean, it's I don't know if it's as effective as they think it is to like donate to charity, but it's like a public opinion bribe, isn't it?
Yeah.
You donate to charity, that means you're a good person. I swear to God, they would like almost have more success. I mean, I know YouTubers get shit for it when they do it, but just go to the fucking local Starbucks and just start giving people $1,000.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that shit irritates me. The majority of like everything that I've seen Mr. Beast do, net positive, it's good for the people on the ground. I don't give a shit if it's making him money. It's how he makes the videos.
Yeah.
You're monetizing people suffering. Yeah, and
Yeah, it's
that
like
money.
those videos where like they're Mr. Beast copiers and they're fucking, you know, they're walking up to the homeless. There's a creator who's actually in Minnesota. Yeah, I would dox him if I remember the name of him, but he was doing that shit, like walking around, you know, plays sad music, and they just exploit their, you know, their misfortune. If you have money, you know, do that shit in private, or fucking, you know, be a genuinely good person, help them. If you want to make it publicized, maybe write about it. You know,
Nah, I disagree. I think, well, all right. I'm only thinking of Mr. Beast, not the other douche tubers. But
okay.
I don't know. I don't have an issue with him fucking constructing a goddamn 5-star hotel in Africa to help the local communities or whatever the fuck it is he's doing.
I don't even know what the
The
fuck
money
that is. I have no information on that, so
towards helping other people, don't they?
Yeah,
Like
that's the basic premise of it, but at the same time,
he's making money off of people suffering.
yeah, and that's
maybe, I mean, can't you also like, you know, get non-taxed money because of charitable work?
I guess
Yeah.
fucking
So he's a tax dodger too? Fuck.
I mean, hey, all fucking rich people are. Harvard as a university is worth hey is worth $50 billion, and all of that money is tax free because it's listed as a nonprofit. But what they do with the 50 billion, and this started happening like in the early to mid 80s apparently, is they would talk to people that were just starting to manage hedge funds, and Harvard would give them upfront capital as an investment, and the hedge funds, because we live in the good timeline, they made a fuck ton of money back. So Harvard as an organization is, I think in the 80s it was worth about like $1 billion. Now it is around like $50 billion, tax free because it's a nonprofit and it can keep that status and it has actually admitted less students than it used to now. I think it's like
Make
down
it,
by
yeah, make it artificially more prestigious.
yeah.
That's
good.
kind of cool. That's like sounds like some GTA ad shit that I do. Some advertisement.
I want
Like
GTA 6 to have a university where you can just go and start fucking with college kids.
literally just blow up. All right, I'm not gonna go enough further. I was gonna say.
Alright, they're adults. You can talk about killing them.
Let's start. All right, start blowing up the fucking, lecture halls and shit. Stop firing rockets at my university. Gets that call. I think very like it fit in perfectly the meme of the week if you saw that on the Twitch.
I did not know.
I think that fits perfectly to what we're talking about.
What is the meme of the week? It is
yeah, one of my favorite photos.
fucking
Jeff Bezos gets a little bit of water while the greedy warehouse workers that need to use the bathroom, they get to chug it all up. They get all the profits.
I don't know. That's a good way to balance it. I mean, there's okay, so you're the owner of the company. The things that you're paying for up front are property, equipment, and labor. Your employees, I mean, yeah, without them you don't get shit. I don't know. Maybe we just have to wait like 50 years. Like cultural changes,
I don't think it's
Or
going to change for the better, especially
we're
with iPad kids. I really don't think we're going much better than where we're at.
no, I think once iPad kids are in power, the world will actually be a lot safer and
It'll
less
be a lot more
hostile to
interesting.
a place.
Yeah.
How about that?
Because they're not going to want to do shit, or they're not going
You're-
to want to talk to Xi Jinping over in China.
Yeah, they're just gonna fucking
It's
send
good.
an.
No, they're not going to nuke it. They're just going to be like, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to deal with it. Let me go back to my
It's too
fucking
much.
cocoa island.
It's too much brain power.
Yeah,
Watching.
nothing's going to happen. That's good.
It's like that one diplomatic meeting a president has like once per decade. It's like Subway surfers on this side of the screen.
Just
It's
give me a
like,
minute. Let me
yeah.
finish this real quick before I stand up.
Or
Well,
fucking, well, like NATO meetings.
yeah.
You're just gonna see them in a round table. They're all just like swiping on their tablets.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Jeff. That's a funny GIF you sent to the group chat.
Yeah, that was pretty silly.
Even though they're all in the same room through a group chat,
Yeah.
they don't want to talk out loud.
I mean, on one hand, I think that'll be good for overall world safety and peace, because like no one's gonna want to, go through the effort of like trying to strategize military logistics.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I do kind of see actually how like the status quo, nothing will ever change. I mean,
Have you
fuck.
seen? I mean, it's a very stupid early 2000s film, but have you seen Idiocracy? That's pretty
My
much what that
fucking
was.
trainer asked me if I've seen it.
That
Something
is
about
all right.
yeah, we keep on trying to feed the fucking plants with Mountain Dew, but they keep on dying.
No, it's Gatorade because it quenches your thirst. So of course it's gonna quench the plant's thirst too.
Yeah, because it has electrolytes in it, so that helps.
That was the big thing they kept saying, that electrolytes.
I haven't seen the movie though. I've been told I need to see it.
You don't need to see it. It's a shit movie. It was essentially what we're talking about. Like it's absolutely fucking horrible. But
No,
it does relate to what we're talking about.
the world will change for the better. I mean, look at the 50s and 60s that had pretty significant cultural impacts on like race. It was a uphill battle, but they got what was it, 1968 Act or some shit. So that ended racism. We're good. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
We're really good at doing or having
It's been
be
over
all
for
end all.
70 years. Yeah, just one blanket policy, and that'll fix everything.
Do you think the downfall of society will happen first, or the downfall of, the world health, global warming? Which one do you think will hit us first? Humans destroying themselves economically, or I guess globally.
That's a good question. I mean, I'd like to hope that we destroy ourselves economically firsthand. Because I'd rather live in like a free-for-all type society while the planet's
See,
still
yeah,
good versus a free-for-all for society, but the planet is scorched earth.
like yeah, it's like Fallout or a Hunger Games, I guess, right?
Maze Runner? Hunger Games. Well, Hunger Games just had like nuclear dystopia. Everything was bombed aside from the fucking.
Okay, so I guess Hunger Games and Fallout are kind of the same categories almost.
I guess, yeah.
I guess I didn't know the plot. I was just thinking about rich people controlling society.
That's more.
Putting kids into a game to kill each other.
That's more Squid Game. Rich people just playing with the poor for their amusement.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like a rich person is just playing with my life for amusement. I think, I'm like an insect by comparison. I'm so far beneath them in terms of relevance that they don't even know I exist.
That's what I think. It's like there can't be like evil like plans to like, take out all the poor people. They're gonna need someone to shine their shoes. You catch my drift. They don't want to do it. They still need, the pawn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess you can't blame them really. I mean, if you were on their side, would you want to enact worker changes? Give them fucking bathroom breaks when they could be making you more money.
I think at that point, especially with the proportion amount of money that I had before. I mean, I just wouldn't really give a fuck. Like, I probably wouldn't like be in the mindset to pay attention. I'm already a success. What, I need to watch the news now? I don't care. I'm a mansion to myself. I'll just fucking sit in my hot tub, listen to Smashing Pumpkins all day. And then
Most poor people, yeah. Well, there's the idea that like a lot of poor people, if they had a lot of money, would just be boring poor people, boring rich people. But then also like lottery winners, how they majority of them just go fucking broke within the next couple of years because
because they don't know how to spend it.
well, they know how to spend it. They know how to spend it too well. That's the issue.
Okay, well, they don't know how to use their expenses wisely, I'd say.
Yeah, the latest, well, not the latest, but the biggest Powerball winner, I think it was, he bought like 3 fucking homes in the span of like 2 weeks for a total of
Why?
like 80 million between the three of them because he wanted 3 homes. That's why.
Why didn't he just start renting one out or some shit? Or maybe like start small. Like, would he quit his job too, I assume?
Oh yeah, I mean, all right. If I fucking won the lottery, I am quitting as well. I'm
You want a $50 lottery? Fuck you guys, I'm out of here.
yeah, I'll give them a $2 tip.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I feel like it's fair. You win, or if you're winning like, I mean, that lottery was technically, I think, like 2.2 billion, but after all taxes and such, you got like
$2,000.
500 million. Something stupid,
Yeah,
but still.
you probably got like a good like 1.5 billion. At the least. I mean,
No,
they'll take a shit ton of money, but they won't take. No, they're not gonna
no, they
take.
didn't take that much. They took like 3/4 of it. The guy
What
had
the?
fucking 500 million out of 2 billion.
Why? What do they need that for?
Because they, bought the ticket with you. They paid taxes on that. Well, yeah, they paid taxes on that ticket. They paid.
It's so stupid.
They gave you the money. They printed that money in the first place, so part of that money belongs to them as well.
But like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
why
makes sense.
give you money if you just have to give them like so much of it back? It's just so stupid.
Hey, well,
It
I
is.
need someone to pay my disproportionately small paycheck, so.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh shit, okay, he did get more than I thought. This article is from December 13th of this year. Powerball winner Edwin Castro disappeared after record-breaking jackpot. Treated pals to luxury Fiji vacation. He won a 2.4 billion jackpot. He got to keep in pocket 997 million.
What? So you
So
don't even
now
get a billion.
he lost. Yeah, he got about $1 billion shaved off.
That is fucking insane.
He has just kind of disappeared, and he's just been going on fucking Cancun vacations, going to Fiji, just living his fucking
Best life.
yeah.
Good for him. I hope he didn't spend it all in one place.
I don't even know. All right, I know how I could spend a lot of that money. You know, win the lottery. Let's just clean 1 billion. You know, buy a house. Probably one in the state, just because don't want to move out just yet. Gotta weigh my options. A nice house. Spend a couple mil on it. Get a fun vehicle. Get some good furniture.
Get some more cats.
Yeah, have like a whole fucking house for cats.
I would probably own like a Chinese restaurant
Why do
and
you
make
want to
it
own a Chinese
and
restaurant?
like a King's Walk, like it's just like a Chinese buffet, and make it look very obvious to the public that it's a drug front, but like don't like directly tell anyone, and then just do like very suspect things throughout the week. Just have like people in
It's a
suits
legitimate
coming in and
operation.
out.
You want it to be like a food slash experience type venue.
Yeah.
You're not coming just for the food. It's also for the fucking men in black suits just came back for the third time.
Yeah,
They
yeah, you're coming.
with them. Where the fuck are they going?
This is
It's
real.
performative art. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like eventually just make it very obvious. They just start rolling in shit on dollies.
That'd be fun. I mean, yeah, with that amount of money, you could definitely get a food license.
Yeah.
I feel like you could have a sign, like technically posted up where it, details that this is like all a staged event, but you do like everything in your power to keep their eyes off of it. You have like fucking slot
Yeah.
machine, all the other iPad kid shit to divert their attention.
It's perfect because that's the next generation anyway. So
Yeah,
they're not gonna look at the fine details.
that
So
would be a fun way to spend your money. Yeah.
plus at the same time you're actually getting a profit as well. So you're still like gaining money after that. So
I think it would be own or open a restaurant and just come in whenever you want free food and just like fire the chef if the menu's kind of mediocre that night.
or just pretend to just make a big scene. Get the fuck out of here.
This is my
Like
restaurant.
ask like how's your food tonight? You just wait till you get that one lady, that one asshole. It's undercooked. It tastes like shit. It's like, all right,
Just flip the fuck out and just
Barry, get the fuck over here. He comes over, get on your knees. I want you to apologize to that woman. And he starts like begging and crying.
Right. Forgiveness.
Yeah, please. I have
I
a
think we're
family
getting
at home.
corrupted by just the thought of money alone. I mean, this is sounding enticing to me. You're coming up with Molly, what would you do? All right, you got $1 billion. What are you spending it on?
Car. Probably just some fun things.
Such as?
Like clothes, shoes, makeup.
So just a bunch of women shit.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to spend money to like somehow fuck with people?
No.
You could literally walk up to a stranger, flash them $2,000, and say, "Go punch that person for
I
me."
thought you're just gonna end with the flash.
Yeah, flash my dick at them. You didn't see anything. Give them $2,000.
It'd be fun. The power of money. It's like literally the fucking superpower where you can just mind control people.
That's great. So we're like thinking about interesting shit. She's just indulging into the art of consumerism, which is what they want you to do with it.
Well,
by
I
the
just
way,
said buy a house and a car too. I mean,
I guess.
the car is consumerism. That you would still work at your fucking thrift store.
Not that one. I'd quit that one and then take like a month off or something and then find a different job.
Would you though? I mean, like the proportion of money that you have in the bank. Like it would feel like you're not making anything.
You could,
oh, I made $200 this week. You look at your fucking bank account. The fuck,
for a while.
It's almost $1 billion.
Yeah, I feel like I would just be incredibly bored with my time after.
Yeah, you'll spend it all, so you'll be interesting.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be interesting to spend it all at you know,
Just
like
go
at
wherever.
Mall of America.
Go to fucking hotels, fly across the world.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be so much more enjoyable than working any job.
I feel like I would just hate it. Just constantly traveling.
You don't have to constantly, but you could just like do it.
But then if I'm just at home for like a month on end with nothing to do, I'd be bored out of
Then
my
travel.
mind. Yeah, I don't want to travel constantly.
Then you have money to go buy hobbies.
I do have hobbies.
Then just spend money on it. Just do it. You can make Ferris. Damn it.
Rambunctious today.
Yeah, so
Getting sidetracked by my cats. They are
I mean,
attacking.
of course, I would indulge in consumerism as well, but I think I would like flip houses probably. I mean, that'd be interesting.
Be a realtor. Just like do a real shitty flip
Yeah.
job, and then when they ask why the fuck is it so bad, just I don't have
See,
enough money.
I would do maybe one shitty flip job. Like the rest of them are like legit. Like I actually put like hard work and effort into them, and then one is just shitty, and you just, you know, and then that's just entertainment for you, just to see the people who move in. Like, why the fuck is my bedroom wall made out of styrofoam? Well, we paid for it. You know, you signed the contract.
So that'd be fun with like that kind of money. You could literally I don't know
You
what word.
own people.
You own people. You can force your way into almost any job. I feel.
Yeah. So now we
Yeah.
circled back to slavery. You know.
Yeah, you're gonna go to fucking Libya? Is that what?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta make money still somehow.
You could instead of like donating to charity, you could literally just hire a fucking private army and just say, "Yeah, I'm gonna go fucking end slavery." That's just something
That could
stupid like
be
that.
that would be kind of cool. Make a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Hey guys, today I'm gonna go end slavery with my private army.
Day 1 of 100 of ending slavery challenge
That would be
begins
perfect.
now.
Indoctrinate all your subscribers to join your military organization.
Exactly. You tell them how to apply at the end of each video. You tell them like the perks, the benefits.
You know, it's better than the U.S. military. It's more advanced.
Yeah, the pay isn't good, but you get a brotherhood. All right, that can't be beat. Money can't buy brotherhood.
Yeah, you know, we
You
have
get
more.
experience, you know, fly the world, travel the
Our
world.
food's better. Bonuses are better.
It's like, yeah, it's like the military, but just slightly better. And you're fighting for a better cause. I mean, who?
Yeah, next, you know, next thing I know, I'm driving down the middle of my own base.
What other
You know,
world?
and I'm staring at this guy, and you know, he's looking around at awe at what he sees. You know, I've recently, you know, recovered his limb. Say this is advanced warfare.
You could. I mean, I don't know if $1 billion would be enough, but you could, you know.
It wouldn't be, but if I got the slaves in Libya, then I could recreate the Atlas organization or the Atlas Corporation from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
You know, this with how long this episode's been going on, it's actually been longer than the newest Call of Duty's campaign.
That's kind of crazy.
Minutes.
That's insane. Well, I mean, they put too much work into the graphics, and then they're like, they made a fucking CGI movie.
What the fuck do you mean they put too much work into the graphics? It's the same goddamn looking game from last year. They didn't do shit.
I mean, they were using the same engine, right? So I mean, it costs a shit ton to keep, you know, working on the CGI fucking graphics for the cutscene. Because, you know, it's not in-engine cutscenes like fucking... Or in-game cutscenes like fucking GTA is.
They gotta be cool. I mean, they have compartmentalization, you know? They got like a team of people that do those fancy-looking cutscenes, and then everything else is just,
I think it just goes back to, like, PS2 graphics.
Yeah.
I would love to make a game like that.
That would be good.
Like, the beginning looks really good, and then, like, after like, the first cutscene, everything just goes, like, fucking chunky and blocky.
I like the idea of a boss hitting your character so fucking hard, it drops the frame rate and the quality of the game. Your character's just, what the fuck happened?
And then everything goes back to HD. What the fuck?
Perfect. Why has this not been done yet?
Nobody's creative anymore. Everyone wants to keep recreating the next shooter, or well, like they want to be the next big, mysterious indie game.
Yeah, I mean, with a private military company, we could literally invade fucking EA. You know,
We took EA hostage.
what other
What
world problems could we
we could,
solve?
yeah, we're thinking too small. Just invading, EA. Like we could literally just like level that building, snap of a finger, and then we could just, all right, time to move on. Like we own like C-130s and shit. Like what are we gonna do?
That is a good question. Like the U.S. military, why haven't they just started taking over other countries? Like who's gonna fucking?
Because what is it? Something about like what is it called when people start conquering other countries?
Warmongering?
No, I mean I guess that is a way of war mongering. Conquering. There's a fancy word for it. It's not even fancy. Conquering other. This is retarded. Sorry, for lack of better speech there. Conquest, an international law
Conquest?
and acquisition of territory through force, especially by a victorious state of war, spent defeat state. Imperialism, that's what it is. Because we'd be an imperialist country, and people are already accusing us of being,
Yeah, but they're not gonna be able to accuse us once we take over their country,
It's a
right?
good point. So then we're just taking over all of, I guess all of the West first.
Well, yeah, I mean
I mean,
Canada.
we already kind of are in a sense, right? Everyone's taking over our society, and their ways of or their histories slowly being wiped by.
Not good enough until every country has the Second Amendment. That's that's my end
No,
goal.
because as if everyone else has guns, then like we can't slowly like indoctrinate our citizens to being a military force to use against them, because then everyone else has guns.
Yeah, I guess like it's like 100 years after
Yeah, it would
the.
be. You know how much harder it would be to invade a country if they had the Second Amendment.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, we can give them guns like 100 years later. I really don't think Canada and Mexico would be an issue. I feel like we could fucking throw a dodgeball at Canada and surrender. We'd be good.
Canada, we'd wipe pretty quickly. I think the difficulty with Mexico would be the cartels, and the different like organized groups that are in there. Kind of
No,
like
we have
our.
experience. We have experience with that. I mean, cartels and terrorists are quite literally the same thing
Why don't we just team up with them?
because it's
You
not
know.
our issue. I mean, it is. But it's not our issue.
But I mean, didn't like the last couple of wars we fought like guys fighting with like sticks and rocks and shit, and we didn't exactly get too far with it.
What? What war are we talking about?
Yeah, any war with terrorists. At least I guess the only good example would be Afghanistan, and I guess we didn't really throw a lot of effort into it. Like if we wanted to, we could have leveled the that state, but like we wanted to like train their military so they could fight for themselves, but they were all doing drugs, so they didn't really give a shit. So I guess that's really like a different,
I
you know.
remember watching a fucking GoPro video of that where they're trying to teach, um, yeah, the local police or military force like good tactics. All right, this is how you do your shit, and they just don't fucking care.
Yeah, these
A lot
don't
of them.
understand, don't care, just no fucking discipline, and then they do drugs. That
Yeah, I
was a
feel we could take over the Middle East. I mean,
yeah, it'd
I
be
think if we took over, I don't know what Canada's and Mexico's natural resources are like, but assuming conquest, no issues. That'd be pretty significant. I think that would definitely make us like the #1 country in terms of GDP. We could finally get the mega highway, like all
Yeah.
the way from the tip of Canada to the bottom of Mexico.
The next mega highway would just be around the world.
That would be. I don't want to imagine the traffic on that.
Oh, somebody moved forward in the Middle East. Only like 3 days later we can move over an inch.
Yeah. Fucking gridlock from hell.
Yeah, and once you're on, it's just like they just start bordering up the wall, the concrete.
Yeah.
It's like a mechanism that brings the concrete up.
I feel
It's
like that would actually be even more. I don't know which is more impossible to work with, like trying to build a road around the world or like train tracks, because both have to deal with water. You're fucked regardless. You just get like one little wave, and then your bridge just twists in half, and yeah,
yeah,
that's
that too. I guess one that would be interesting would be invading Russia. Get a little taste of their own medicine. I feel like that one we just kind of like edge them the whole time. Like, we literally just drive over everyone in Ukraine. It's already like that whole state's kind of fucked anyway. We'll just level. We won't even do anything. We'll just drive to the Russian border, and nobody will fuck with us because they see the American flag. Like, whoa, all right, hold on, buddy.
that'd be. Yeah, I think that stretch from Alaska to Russia, if like you invade in the dead of winter, the ice is thick enough that you can transport a lot of military vehicles and troops across.
That is perfect. We did reinstate an airborne base up north, up in Alaska. I actually was like hoping that I'd go there instead of where I'm at right now, but that would be that would be perfect. So we'd have like two fronts. But what we do is like we'd line up two fronts and then we just edge them the whole time. Like we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it until they like succumb and they're the ones who invade first. Like they're the ones who shoot first because they get like so sick of it.
Locals kept their head down. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm sorry, I was on a tangent trying to find like good discussions about the U.S. annexing Canada, but most of it was just a bunch of Canadian tryhards trying to say how great their country is.
Okay. What I think was it Greenland we kept trying to take? And that had a really good strategical location close to Russia, but nobody will let us buy it. That one would be easy.
Greenland.
We literally just land in Greenland and then it's ours. I mean, what are they going to do? Fight us?
Where? That's uh the greatest location. Well, I guess like you got the Greenland Sea, Barents Sea, and that I guess goes into like northwestern Russia. You got this fucking island. I've never even known that this island has existed. Novaya Zemala? Zemla? Zemlawai? No, how the fuck do you say that? Zemelia. Zemelia. Novaya Zemelia. This
Okay,
island is.
so. Oh my god. Here, hold on. I got Google Earth booted up just for this. But it's being a piece of shit.
Is Greenland actually that fucking big?
No, that's just the stretch of the Mercator map. Sure.
Okay, I was gonna say if this is the scale, then fucking Greenland's goddamn massive. Actually, it might be. Well, okay, never mind. No, it's not. I was about to say Alaska is not bigger than the entirety of the U.S.
No. So, okay. So what are you talking about? It's not strategically like literally. You go to the north of Greenland. You fly even more north until you're south and you're Russia. All right,
That's
that'd
so
be
fucking
perfect.
stupid.
That'd be
You're ending up
perfect
in
for.
India.
That'd be perfect for ICBMs.
You're all right. You go all right. You're on Google Earth, Google Maps, whatever the fuck.
I'm on Google Map or Google Earth. Yeah,
So you
I
go
can
to the
see the
right.
globe.
You can see the Greenland Sea.
All right, hold on. If I go to, what do you mean to the right?
To the right of
You mean
Greenland.
east? To the east of Greenland?
To the
Norwegian
right,
Sea?
yes, east.
North of the Norwegian Sea is Greenland Sea. Okay, yeah.
So then you go all the way north to loop around, and that brings you to about South Africa. Now, if you
What are you
go
talking?
to
You go straight north, you go to Russia.
what the fuck are you talking about?
What are you on?
I'm on Google Maps.
Stop. Look on Earth. Google stuff. Look on Google Earth. You get a 3D imaging of on
All
how
right,
perfect of a logistical location this
all
is. What are you talking? You go straight to India?
right. Yeah, fucking looking on Google Maps. You go east of Greenland, and if you go straight north, you're gonna do a fucking loop around the Earth, and that's gonna bring you to South Africa.
What the fuck? That is
All
so
right,
fucking. Okay,
Google
Mr.
Earth.
Fucking.
All right,
About to explore the new world over here.
all right, exactly. All right, Greenland. Okay, walk me through this again. What was
Okay,
your
so you
plan?
you go to the exact go north of Greenland, exact north of Greenland. Eventually going south, you're going straight to Russia. Russia's right there.
Okay, I see what you mean now. Okay.
Yeah, it's literally it's a perfect strategical location. Especially for like ICBMs, quickly we could literally just invade.
That is true. I mean, the only issue, there is that little bit of, I'm not sure how realistic it is, but I can't imagine it'd be very nice to build a base in Greenland, much less logistically supply it. I mean, yeah, you'd have to obviously annex Canada. Fucking none of it.
Well, Canada's already taken by us, so we don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, that's great. You just have a dock from none of it, go
I
through
mean,
these fuck.
we're able to supply all the bases in Alaska pretty well. We have, you know, I think the U.S. Army is better known as one of the most efficient. Well, if you're actually working for it, it doesn't feel efficient, but it is one of the most efficient, you know, organizations in the world, or one of the most efficient logistically.
So why don't we just have fucking all of our nuclear silos in Alaska? Because that's even closer. Imagine you
Nuclear
could do
silos.
the fucking longest marathon of all time if there was a road connecting Alaska to Diomede and then Diomede to fucking Nocam Hawkeye, however the fuck you say it. Because you could literally walk all the way from the bottom of Chile near where's it town? Is there no town? Is it just forest? You could walk from the bottom of Chile all the way across the North America, across Russia, across Saudi Arabia, Egypt, all the way to the bottom of fucking Cape Town in South Africa. It'd be kind of fun. It'd be like the most dangerous journey a human could make. All the fucking groups that you'd have to go through, countries. That would be a fun thing to do if you had like $1 billion to your name. Is just spend like 3, 4, 5 years prepping yourself physically, mentally, and then
Yeah.
just the biggest issue from what I remember about like people talking about this, you make your way through South America, I'm sure with like varying states of success. Most of it's civilized or there's infrastructure. We'll put it like that. There is infrastructure. But once you get to Panama, getting through the jungles is apparently very difficult to do and not die. make it through Panama City, and then you're golden. Mexico. The only other issue that I foresee is how the fuck are you gonna get from Wales, Alaska? I suppose yeah, you'd have to time it out so that by the time you get there, it's like the thick of winter, and you just have to walk however many miles across the ice.
I mean, at that point, would we use half tracks? Just
Half
like
track?
traverse the ice or some shit, or like half tracks. They got
No,
it's like tracked wheels, and then they have like real wheels in the front. They used to use them a lot in World War II. Like,
I guess yeah.
have you,
I mean, yeah, if you have $1 billion, you could probably just plant one in Alaska. But I'm thinking like you do this world run with only what you can physically carry. I think it would take you like 2 fucking years to walk. Maybe not 2 years. All the way from the bottom of South America to the tip of North America.
are you talking about? I thought we were still talking about invasions, but
Oh,
sorry.
I mean,
I was in my logistical mode. Yeah. Sorry, I was also
uh,
looking at because you asked the question of why there's no like nuclear, missile silos inside
in
Alaska. And that's a
Alaska.
great question, and I think from what I gathered, there were in the Cold War, but I don't know why they decommissioned them.
Well, that's
But
just what they're saying. They're not decommissioned. They're there.
possibly, but you are closer to a nuclear missile silo than I am, which is North Dakota. So congratulations.
Hell yeah. I'm going to North Dakota next week, and I'm fucking pissed about it.
Can you imagine that?
I'm
Fucking
just
going if
entering North
it's
Dakota, and I see the fucking silo. I see the
yeah,
missile
you
leaving.
go to that base, you have to clear out the
That'd be kind of funny. Dude, I'd be so pissed if the fucking world is ending and I'm in North Dakota.
yeah.
What the
Imagine
fuck am I gonna?
imagine you watch it get launched, your heart just drops, but you still have to do your job. You
I
know
call
that
my
that's a
boss and
target
tell him he
too.
doesn't believe me at all. He's like,
Yeah,
you're not skipping out on work today.
yeah.
Back to your
It's like
fucking job.
yeah, your coworkers would gaslight you. It's like, oh, it's probably just testing. It's a whole ass rocket launching. What do you mean it's a test?
Yeah.
You know that's a target too, though, as well. Especially like they know, that's where the ICBMs are. So I mean, why wouldn't they target that?
Yeah.
I guess in that case, we'd both be dead, and we'd have the female left over to carry out this podcast legacy. But
You do a good job, right?
Totally. Me and the
especially in
cat.
dystopian,
Yeah.
she could be like that. She could be that person from Diamond City Radio, just like talking alone.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. So the length from North America to the rest of the world is only 60 miles. We could totally build a fucking bridge.
Did you steal my water?
Yes.
All
You
right.
only have to walk 60 miles. Dude, you could totally swim that.
For what? I mean, I'm sure 60 miles has been done before.
Yeah. To cross from North America into Russia.
We could. I mean, a bridge is definitely possible, especially with the middle island there.
Oh yeah. Just get high-speed rail. I don't know. The Bering Strait. How chaotic this area is.
My favorite part is Tin City.
Tin City is that? Oh. There's an airport.
Literally
That's
just a
pretty.
fucking junkyard.
It is a junkyard of a town. What the fuck? Wales. Wales has an airport, and again, looks like a fucking junk city. There's
This is
nothing in it.
literally just fucking
It's an
Grapeseed
airport.
Airport from GTA 5.
There's Lop Lagoon.
Not a lot goes on in Alaska, mostly because it seems like the land. There's literally a town called Poor Man.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, there doesn't look to be anything super. I'm sure the scenery is beautiful up here, but
I mean, I'm sure because there's a lot of untouched shit. Anything that human touches is just becomes fucking disgusting in like 5 seconds. So anything that's like not touched as much, it looks nice. But yeah, I mean that's immediately like interesting. Maybe it's to like, you know, maybe the reason why there's no ICBM silos in Alaska is because, we don't want high stake silos to be so close to Russia. Because
Uh,
they could easily take it out with like a short range missile. If you want to take it out, you're gonna have to fight for it.
I guess I kind of get it, but at the same time, like, you can at least pop a couple off before they get you.
Yeah, it's true. Or like fucking yeah, why put the most like important, logistical areas to like wipe out right in the middle of your country? Like that like you put like the biggest targets that they want to take out like right in the middle of the US.
Yeah, I think that's why we should move the capital of the United States of America to Nebraska.
Why? Nothing
I mean, I
happens.
guess that's why the president isn't like the fucking bunker in Nebraska,
Yeah.
supposedly.
There's a Nebraskan bunker for the president.
I think so. I think that's where George Bush was evacuated during 9/11. I
That
think.
would be interesting.
But yeah, I gotta go to Fargo, North Dakota next week for my job. I'm not excited about it
Sounds fun.
Why is that?
because they think it's a good idea to not have me with the same person who like knows, he's the one that's been training me. As much as I kind of don't like him sometimes, he's, at least consistent and he knows exactly what I've been shown and what I haven't been shown. And it's local ish. I mean, I knew that like driving to other states was going to be a part of this job. I
Yeah.
mean, I went to Wisconsin this week for the first time in a while. It was kind of boring. Some of it was pretty. Well, actually, the only pretty part was the town connecting Minnesota and Wisconsin. But
Oh, I know what town you're talking about.
Taylor Falls,
Nope.
Hudson,
No.
it's
Uh,
literally Lakeland, Stillwater.
yeah.
The fuck, Stillwater. I don't think I went to Stillwater. Where the fuck is Stillwater?
That's where not Stillwater, the town right next to Stillwater. I think that's where the prison is. That
Oh, shit.
Derek Chauvin went.
Nice.
He was recently like beat or something like that again.
Yeah. I went through Wyoming, Minnesota. I have been to Wyoming. It's pretty,
You're also to Virginia, Minnesota.
yeah, Virginia, Minnesota. I don't know what the fuck is up with Minnesota just stealing state names. It's,
Because we get bored, all right? Well, actually, yeah, we're just uncreative, I guess.
yeah. There's Becker. There's a place called Cable. Um, you got your St. Cloud. We went there today. It was kind of fun. Had some good old Cane's
St.
food.
Cloud is pretty unique. I mean, all right, and then we have a town like fucking named Artichoke. All right, like what the fuck is that?
We also have a town called Casino.
All right, that one I
I
can
don't
kind of get behind.
I don't think there's a casino in Casino.
Artichoke Lake.
There's nothing. Wait, Casino Assemblies of God? Is that a church? That is a church called Casino. That is
Wow,
perfect.
that is
That is
pretty.
I'd ever be a part of.
That is very on the nose American right there. There's a town called Westport, and then a town next to it called West Union, and both of them are like in the middle of the state.
Smart. They are very smart people.
Albany, Minnesota. All right.
Alton.
Yeah, you are right. It was in Nebraska. It was an Air Force base.
Nice. I know some things.
It is, yeah. I mean, I guess Nebraska's like right in the middle of the U.S., so I guess that's pretty strategically sound.
There's no point in bombing Nebraska. There's already nothing there.
Exactly.
I've been through Nebraska once, and I think the one time I did, we saw a building on fire. Like it was a fire. I think it was a restaurant. I think it was kind of interesting, but otherwise, yeah, it was a solid drive all the way on Interstate 80, just through the entire fucking state, just nothing. And then, honestly, the prettiest state that I've been through probably be Colorado, going through the Rocky Mountains. That was pretty. I want to do that again.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
I thought that Virginia was beautiful. Not West Virginia, but Virginia.
West Virginia? Yeah.
Virginia, Minnesota.
Virginia, not West Virginia.
Oh. You're close to Washington, D.C. That'd be fun to go to.
That would be an interesting gang day. Gang day at the White House.
I mean, fuck, don't you have like 4-day weekends? Why not just book a trip to Washington on a fucking train?
I'd have to get a weekend pass, but yeah, I guess I could.
You could go to Charlottesville.
See, the problem is that I don't want to go to these places just by myself. It's just like weird and boring.
I went to a concert by myself. It was weird and boring, but I had fun.
You just
And a
contradicted yourself.
random person
Was it weird
handed
and
me,
boring or was it fun?
yes, random person handed me a joint. It was, like, all right, sweet. I started feeling a bit funny. I thought, okay, I wonder what the fuck that was. I guess I didn't ask. I just kind of assumed. But it was a good time. I had fun.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Baltimore, Philadelphia.
Maybe I should just like start, taking risks, going out to random clubs, getting fucking hammered, and then just take a $300 Uber home.
You should do the clubs part, but just only like walk up to people and start just emphasizing like how sober you are.
I'm sober.
Never more sober in my life.
I don't feel anything. This is my 5th drink. All right. See, that would be fun to do with someone else, like, watching you do that.
Yeah, you were able to walk up to a fucking employee and ask if guinea pigs took batteries by yourself. All right, you did that one just fine.
Yeah, but like you were in the background, and it's something that we could, it's a good story we could both laugh about. If I do this, people, what kind of story is that going to be? Like, I went to the club. Yeah, I started telling people like how sober I was, and then they just, kind of just looked at me weirdly and walked off.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
fun.
and then they would say, okay, anyways, they would just go to the next topic.
Yeah, well, maybe start a fight with someone.
It's like, hey,
Or
no.
you could do that at your local area, just, maybe not start a fight per se, but I mean, is there anything that's local? There's North Litchfield. You could literally go to Litchfield by the sea. Huntington
guess-
Beach State Park.
Huntington.
That's pretty good.
I guess I haven't. I thought of actually going up to Raleigh today, and just walking around the university just to see what that looks like. And I was
Yeah.
gonna try and do urban exploration and just see how far I can get in certain areas. The person I invited fucking bailed on me, so I said fuck it. I ended up
Trash.
doing boring ass meetings today instead. So
Fucking hate meetings. I gotta do bullshit certifications for my job in there.
we'll get a bullshit meeting tomorrow too.
Yeah, they've always been bullshit. There's a town called Lizard Lick. That sounds
Lizard Lick. All right, I need to start looking at these towns. Like,
that'd be fun. Yeah, what is it? St.
Can you
Augustine.
imagine someone going up to you and being like, "I'm from Lizard Lake."
where are you from? Lizard Lick.
Wait, this is the fucking St. Augustine's University? This looks boring as shit.
It's
Maybe
on.
Minnesota-
It's what on the inside that counts.
No, it's not. It's really all about the outside. When it comes to the
University towns, yeah. What are you saying? The U of M is better?
I think I am, actually. That area was kind of cool to explore.
See, we should do that again.
We should. I've been in Minneapolis for the past, 2 weeks or so. I'm getting a lot more.
Minneapolis is like literally like a perfect GTA online server. Like we have a corrupt police organization. We have like random people walking around. The most drunk people I've seen was at the U of M actually. Like someone who just smashed glass in the ground just stumbling around midday. Someone who tried to hug me.
It's a big fucking university as well. I mean,
Yeah.
cancer and cardiovascular research building, microbiology. Fucking nerds. People think that they're smart. John T. Tate
Yeah.
Hall.
Unlike us, college dropout, one high school dropout turned high school graduate, and then some lady who works at a thrift store.
No diploma, nothing. She just skipped the diploma straight to thrift.
Yeah. She just works at the thrift store. Dorothea Dix Park.
Got a basketball court.
That actually looks nice. It looks like a nice park.
Are you still in Carolina?
Yeah, this is Carolina territory. But like, what's the point of going to somewhere that looks cool if you're not doing it with anyone else? It just looks sad. You either look like you're lonely, which is true, or B, you're out there for some sort of weird sexual fantasy.
Maybe it could be a sexual thing for you. You gotta get in touch with yourself, literally and mentally.
In the middle of Dorothea Dix Park.
Yeah, see what excites you, man.
Yeah, it's a good point. Maybe I should explore that side of me. Centennial Biomedical Campus. The Poultry House. Vet School Unit 4.
It's crazy to think this.
Yeah, the only... What's that?
I was gonna say, it's crazy to think that it just takes like one bomb and all this shit is just gone.
It is pretty insane. The one thing I do wanna visit here for sure before I go is, I guess, two things. Is A, I want to see that Myrtle Beach that everyone's talking about, or fucking
Myrtle Beach.
I guess just any nice beach nearby.
Yeah.
Just to see how like an upper East Coast beach looks. But one that I really want to look at is Kitty Hawk, Kill Devil Hills, where the Wright brothers took off for the first time.
That's in your state?
Yeah.
Nice.
First in flight. It's on the license plate.
That's their whole claim to fame, first in flight.
What do we fucking got? 10,000 flakes? At least
Hey,
at least these people took off for the first time.
Minnesota is getting blacked out license plates.
That is kind of cool. I want to get that.
I'm catching up to Iowa. I mean, it's probably going to be a scam as far as prices go, but I like the blacked out plates more than the blue and white. We should just do away with license plates. What do they do? It's fucking government surveillance.
Good point. Well, fucking... What is even the point of the blackout stage? Just looks boring. It's just black with white lettering.
Yeah, literally blackout plates. Yeah.
I thought it was like just made it darker. Yeah, made it harder for the police to read.
No, I mean you can do that, but you can also just take off the plates, or you can get like dummy plates. My favorite is there's this TikToker who goes by the name Quiet. His whole gimmick is that he has like a fast car and he likes to mock police for not being able to catch him. And on his TikTok shop, he's selling license plates that just say "Will Run." I like the idea. But then a couple videos later, I saw a kid got pulled over by like 4 different squad cars, and his license plate said "Will Run." Run. It just rolled up on him, and he just took it.
Well, he was a poser. At least be fucking smart about it.
That say "Will Run." You better fucking commit to it.
What kind of car do you have? Like a fucking Buick?
I don't remember. I can't accurately tell you. I'm guessing it's not like just, regular everyday traffic. There's at least like some power behind it. But
I like to imagine it's like the Elias vehicle or like a PT Cruiser. They put Will Run on it.
yeah, but like imagine a PT Cruiser, but you swap engines
Right.
to like a twin turbo V6. Now that'd be fucking
Yeah,
fast.
I'm not. Yeah, that would be that'd be the perfect sleeper car. Just like a fucking.
I want to see if someone's done that.
Can you imagine and like mocking the police, like going 61 on the highway, like pretending that's the highest you can go? Then you just start fucking.
You just lightly depress your foot and you just fucking go Tesla
Yeah.
Plaid on there.
You just you just take off. You could do that. Put like a Tesla Plaid engine in there, and then
Oh shit.
just put artificial.
There's this YouTube video, PT Cruiser twin turbo drag race, 152 miles per hour. I want to see, does the quarter mile in 9 seconds. I'll send you the video.
Okay. Oh, I don't like that at all. There's a town called Middlesex, and the first thing I get when I zoom in is Middlesex Public Pool. All right, I'm out of here.
They V8 swapped a PT Cruiser. There you go, Jason.
I don't want that. I don't want to. I'd want to get a sleeper Crown Vic, even though it's very obvious that it's a very easy fucking mod car. Crown Vic
If
is.
you
But
want to do like I was looking at YouTube. There's some guys that throw on a turbo for their Crown Vic, but I think if you really wanted to make it a sleeper Crown Vic, then make it a fucking twin turbo V10. You have engine space for it.
exactly. That's why it's such a perfect fucking work vehicle, because you have so much space to work with. That's insane.
What the PT Cruiser?
The PT Cruiser twin turbo. I like that. I would yeah, or maybe look at something classy. You do like the James Bond thing.
Like an old Aston Martin.
Yeah, like an old fucking something classy, but like has a lot of tech inside, or at least like has some power behind it at least.
Sounds kind of like what a lot of people want manufacturers to do with electric vehicles, like the styling of late 60s, early 70s muscle cars, but with an electric drivetrain.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
And
especially if you're saving money on electricity. I mean, I guess aerodynamics don't really matter that much.
it would be fun. See, this is why I wish I was a lot more, knowledgeable in the field of vehicles. I guess I could be. I have like the internet at my fingertips, but at the same time,
That
I
you
feel
have the
like,
Crown Vic,
hey, I'm gonna put on new headlights eventually.
Oh hell yeah, get those
be
mods put in.
I'm gonna blind everyone.
You're modding it up. What are you gonna put the Xeon lights from GTA 5? Bright blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have like, your regular bright beams. Those are gonna be my regulars. And then
Yeah, they're
my
fucking just bright. I fucking hate those people. And then when you piss them off, they like, flash you with their high beams. You use your high beams, and it's just fucking literally just like a spotlight.
yeah. I mean, I also want to put in a spotlight as well. That'd be another good way to just blind a specific person.
Yeah, I did look on, the legality behind that, and you can.
Oh yeah,
It's
you can
fine to
definitely
have one. Just yeah, it's fine to have it on. Just like not use it like on the road or some shit.
yeah, I mean
Something
that
like
makes
that.
sense. I know, ideally I don't want to get the police sirens put in. Just say it's a fucking movie car. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it won't really matter. I would. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I saw someone who had my pretty much like the dream version of what I would want. Fucking has like the front bars. Like
The push bar?
the what?
The push bar?
Yeah, the push bar had that in front, and then had its spotlight, had the fucking radio
Mm.
fucking What I forgot what kind of radio it is, but
Like an
the antennas
aftermarket
for that.
radio, or
Yeah, like one of those.
fucking like a police scanner,
Yeah, it's like a
or
police scanner, kind of shit. That's what
okay.
I meant.
It'd be fun to have. I don't think it'd be very useful, but it just it adds to the aesthetic. It's the whole point of like having
I
a
mean,
crown.
can you imagine that? Like, you have one Crown Vic that's like dressed up as like a police vehicle, and then you have one like super fast car, and then you use the police scanner, and you and that's like driving ahead of the other vehicle
That's
to
how they
like
do cannonball runs, pretty much.
Panama runs.
Yeah, it just traveling from New York to LA. Um, I mean
Yeah,
they
that's what I was thinking of. The fastest. We talked about that at one point on one of these podcasts.
yeah, they load up the actual driving vehicle with all the fucking technology and equipment, upgraded everything, and then they have spotter cars. I think some of them are just there to like spot and scout ahead, and then they have other people that are kind of like tagging with. Um, if they know that there's like a police speed trap, they will take the bite pretty much for the fucking actual car that would go by.
That is kind of cool. And then what? They just see the car speeding by, and then they're like, "Well,
Hope, yeah.
well, I
Or
already got this guy."
they
And
might
then,
slow down just until they pass them and move on. I don't know.
then that slows it down.
I mean, I thought wouldn't
We have to use my idea, right? No stopping at all, and fuel is transferred via flight. All right,
you
you
have
have
a
a
fucking
plane hovering over, transferring the fuel into the gas tank. There's no stopping.
wait a minute. Okay. As of October 2021, the overall record is 25 hours and 39 minutes with an average speed of 110 miles per hour. Imagine going
100, damn.
110 for about 25 hours.
Yeah, can you imagine like having to stay awake for that shit? Just sitting there 25 hours
Mhm.
straight.
I feel
I
like
feel
that'd
like
be
that
easy.
adrenaline would keep you awake though.
Exactly. Yeah. You'd just be like, all right, it's time to fucking win.
Yeah, how many times in a row would you listen to fucking, that one song?
Kickstart my heart.
Yeah. You're
I feel
useful
like
for something, thank you.
looking
You're
at some
welcome.
the GoPro footage inside some of these cannonball runs, they don't listen to music. They just raw dog it. They're just fucking eyes and ears on the road type shit.
I mean, that is the smartest way to do it, right? Especially like making sure your radio's on and shit, like so people can notify you about what's ahead.
Holy shit. So in 2006, they set a record at the time of 31 hours using a modified 2000 BMW M5, top speed of 157. They had a spotter plane for daytime sections.
See, that's where that's where the plane comes in. Recon and refueling.
2007, driving a black Ferrari
How
with
do they?
extra
So,
fuel.
do they actually have to stop to refuel though?
Yeah, I mean they increased the fuel cell to a ridiculous amount, but they do have to stop at gas stations. Imagine. I don't know. It really depends on I mean, especially with how fucking fast they're
We should
pushing
do
it.
it. We should do an OPP Panama run. Have an OPP painted car, and we do it my way. All right, where we
OPP Crown Vic, and we just try and
the OPP Crown Vic Panama run. That'd be perfect.
just with like no modifications whatsoever. We just fucking stop. That would be
It just fucking breaks down.
it probably would.
we
It'd break before we got out of New York.
we make it fucking 30 miles out. It just fucking nah. Would be like modded the shit out. I think that'd be perfect. If I were to do something risky, it would be something like that.
I don't know. I mean, I guess overall top speed doesn't matter. You just need consistent overall speed. Well, actually, no, top speed does matter because once you get to like the West Coast, Nevada, Arizona, that area, you do just have long stretches of highway
Exactly. It's
where you
like
can't.
no one be like no fucking what? Why would there be a speed trap there? Kind of thing.
Yeah. So back in November of 2019, they had a 2015 Mercedes-Benz, had about 800 horsepower, and they had a total of 67 gallons for their tank. They only had to stop 4 times for a total of 22 minutes.
Okay,
Car was
so
equipped with a police scanner, CB radio, a thermal camera, as well as a laser jammer. Yeah.
aren't jammers illegal?
Yeah. Well, I want to get one. I mean, a radar detector is fucking useless because a lot of cops don't use radar, they use laser.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, fuck it. If I'm going to be illegal, it's only an issue if you catch me. And then, yeah, during COVID-19, um, April 2020, they did their race in 26 hours in a 2019 Audi A8L. In May of 2020, they set the current record 25 hours, 39 minutes, in a 2016 Audi S6 designed to look like a Ford Taurus police interceptor. That's smart.
See, that's why the Crown Vic is perfect, is it not?
That's true. I don't think there's anything in the rules that say like you can't um put on like police sirens. It'd be
Well,
interesting to see how
okay,
far
so
you can
that
do it.
would be the legal side of things. I would just like not use that because then, well, I mean, I guess the normal like cop just won't give a fuck. It's like, oh, maybe.
I don't know.
But
I
at the
feel like
same time, I don't know their field enough to like know like what is he doing? He's responding to a call. I didn't hear anything.
yeah, what's going on? What's
Yeah.
happening? Yeah, I don't know. Get a gun
So
in the
that's
vehicle.
why I just wouldn't use sirens. I would just, just deck it out, make it look like a police vehicle. And
I guess.
most police officers, they see that and like, maybe it's something important, but like like not that important to use their sirens for.
I've
Yeah.
seen some video. Well, I guess it would depend on the officer. I mean, I've seen some of them where they pull over other officers. Granted, the guy was going fucking 90 and a 30 without his lights on. So he's like, what the fuck are you doing? But,
Yeah.
um,
So I guess more research would have to go into that.
I think, hmm, I think if you want to make the all-time record, um, probably go with police, the police SUV. Get all the technical equipment and just get a fucking massive fuel cell.
See, I'd agree with you, except that it's a Crown Vic.
It does.
Plus,
All
the
right.
fuel cell can be put inside the massive trunk space.
All right, fine then, bitch. We'll do the fucking Crown Vic. You get all the fancy shit. You make it reliable. You make it so that I can, fucking move.
But you're the one driving it, all right?
How do you do the fuel? All right, because you're gonna need 2 lanes of highway, and they fueled for 4 times for a total of 22 minutes. So it's 22 divided by 4, like 8. No, 6. 6, 12. Yeah, so you have to just have like no vehicles. You have to pretty much block the highway for about 6 minutes while traveling like 120, ideally.
Well,
I mean,
think
it's
about it. I
possible.
mean,
It's
you get a
possible.
you get a biplane, takes off at particular points at certain airports. And it's also good because the plane's also good for recon, at certain points.
Yeah.
But I mean, especially with the massive gas tank, we just have to really like calculate the gaps between
Third grade.
You don't.
Diaper.
You piss in a bottle. I'm guessing that's what they do. Or they have like a.
As a woman, how would you expect me to do that?
Women aren't allowed to drive car.
if you want to, then yeah, just wear a diaper then. And then you just, you change in the car, throw the old one out the window.
Wait a minute. That actually brings up a good point, though. I've only ever seen men do the cannonball challenge. Women do Tried cannonball. They tried it in a Lucid Air and a fucking EV. Trash.
Wait, so that means Molly's our contestant. She'd be the first female to do it, and just it would be the fastest one.
Wait a minute. Yeah, is there nothing else? I mean, they did a cannonball and a bike. That's what a woman did. There's nothing else. Yeah, the new. Yeah, white guys. That's all they do. They just fucking.
Yeah, the first female to do a cannonball.
3 people. I don't know. I mean, yeah, the driver, and then you two would be my spotters and like the tech people. Give me my snacks.
Well,
give me my fucking Kit Kats.
No, because Molly's the driver now.
The driver now?
Yeah, because she has to be the first female to do the cannonball, right? So I mean,
that's true. How well do you think you do? You have to drive balls to the walls for about, well, for a bare minimum of 25 hours and 35 minutes.
I set it to cruise control for a while.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Crown Vic does not have cruise control. Sorry about that.
You can install a fucking cruise control.
Yeah, you could.
Seats fixed, and I don't have to use a pillow as a booster seat. I think I'd be.
We're probably not using that Crown Vic, although that would be kind of cool to pay homage to that. But
no, we definitely could. I mean, everything would have to get like replaced. It wouldn't really be the same Crown Vic.
It would just be the same. It would be the same frame, I guess.
Yeah, the frame is good. So.
Yeah. So I guess we really wanted to. Yeah, we could use the same one. I mean, the frame and the exterior is mostly good.
$15,000 to like rebuild everything.
Yeah. And then,
actually, probably more like 25,000 for all the additional shit that we'd need.
Yep, and then all the jamming equipment, and so I think my idea would be she would be the driver, you would be in this, the passenger seat operating the onboard technology.
No, you just have to live with it, or just don't pee.
Die of dehydration before it.
It's 25.
That's a good point. That is a good point. She is female. It's gonna be. I guess just like do it yourself, right? You just kind of like.
We can hook a tube up into you. That's the best.
If you want to, if you want to be, if you want it that way, just don't shit yourself, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna
just make sure. Yeah, make sure not to shit yourself, and then if you don't want a tube shoved up there, then I guess fucking just throw the diaper out the window at the police car,
Fucking banana peel Mario Kart.
Yeah, what the? This is dumb. Yeah. So. Okay, and then yeah, I'd be in the sky. All right, I'd be the pilot. I'd be spotting, giving you fuel in like very, very particular spots, and then. But we need another person to be like an on the ground spotter.
Yeah. The viewers, they can be the spotters. That'll be good.
That would be cool. Yeah, like a 20. It would be the first cannonball. That's a full-on podcast while everyone's 24-hour podcast, and then you have. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. We're all 3 on there. You have the pilot view, then you have the car view, and then yeah, and the first female, then it's the fastest cannonball. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we say that's going on online. The police are going to be lining up.
I mean,
I feel like that would have to. Yeah, we couldn't live stream it.
Well, they've live streamed some Cannonball events, but they also like kind of learned because I think in the past they like publicly announced when they're fucking doing it, like a small group of people, and they just got camped out. The fucking race was over before it even started. As soon as they fucking got out of like the Manhattan area, as soon as they could start like reasonably breaking the speed limit without endangering people, which is like a huge waste of time right there. I feel like if they really want the fucking record, they better drive on the goddamn sidewalk.
Yeah.
All the pedestrians walking on the sidewalk.
Yeah, it's just like get out of the fucking bike lane. Just channel your inner New York City guy.
Get out of the way.
No, that would be like some
Why?
That would end up being some GTA heist shit though, because we need to hire like 2 goons then, one on the ground, and we need one guy in the plane to refuel. Because you know I can only do so much. I have to pilot the fucking thing.
I like how one of the questions on Google is the Cannonball Challenge legal? What the fuck do you think?
That's the whole point. That makes it so interesting.
Yeah, they have like a government sanction. They have a government pass to drive as fast as they fucking want. You know, just disregard speed limits and all that other
I feel like that would make it a little more boring. And it wouldn't make it as impressive.
If the government was like, "Oh yeah, you guys have my permission."
Yeah. If you got like a
stop to it then.
oh, dude.
Yeah, just
I'm
like,
doing the cannonball this weekend.
Oh, that's cool. We'll clear a path for you. I mean, that's what most people think, is that the record's never going to be beaten because of COVID when the last record was set, which I kind of
Oh
get.
yeah.
So people are like, well, there should be 2 categories. I mean, there's, all time, and then there's all time minus COVID years.
Nah, we'll defeat that.
Like, okay, is technically, I don't know what technically is the fastest possible time. I feel like in under 24 hours is feasible. You just have to, nothing can go wrong. Traffic has to be light.
Be a backup for the backup. What is the lightest traffic? So it can't be around any holidays.
No.
Has to be
on time in fucking June. What's in June? Nothing.
Yeah, but that's when school comes out. That's when everyone's going on fucking vacation.
Late July. What's going on in late July?
I mean, that is after 4th of July. Nothing's going on in August.
Weather is good. The only like major issue is if your route does experience rain. Like you need perfect weather. I don't want to like go full send.
Oh, you imagine a fucking monsoon. So I mean, yeah, it would have to be like planned out like a NASA fucking launch.
Yeah.
You know, you see, you know, we're fucking, T minus fucking 10 seconds and we can still cancel it just because of the weather.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like another record. I mean, it's not as exciting or as long, but from the top of Minnesota to the bottom of Texas, that hasn't been done yet. It's not an official thing. We could literally, all 3 of us, we pool our money in to build the best Crown Vic ever, and we just set the record from Minnesota to Texas.
Do that, and then once we do it, we just like we're coming for the cannonball. Yeah. that would be an interesting way to start that.
I don't know. I feel like the Crown Vic, it would need better seats.
It would need some significant upgrades. Definitely good seats or better seats.
Alaska to Florida. It's the true fucking
Oh, that would be fucking insane because you'd also have to dodge Canadian police. That would be more risky.
Yeah.
Because then you're also going through border control.
Yeah.
Well, what if the border control sees the jammers? That kind of shit.
They probably fucking will. You're not gonna hide.
So we'd have to have like people. We'd have to do some research about border patrol first.
You'd have to, fucking drop the illegal equipment before border patrol, and then have a guy waiting for you on the other side, and just quickly fucking install it, and then just go.
Yeah.
Or you just like find a way to illegally cross the border. That would also work.
That one we couldn't live stream then, really.
I think if we're committing one crime, let's just film ourselves. All of them.
I think we should I mean, if you want to record it at all, just not. None would be live streamed. That'd be kind of fucked.
Wait a minute. Someone did a Crown Vic run.
What?
P71 Black Turd Crown Victoria, 31 hours and 45 minutes from New York to California.
Damn. We were outdone.
95 mile per hour moving average.
All right.
Overall average was 92. That's it.
We
That's it.
still
All right, this guy
they
had
they put shame on the Crown Vic's name. All right.
CB radio, radar detector, laser jammer, brake and light tail disconnect switches, 55-gallon fuel cell, 74 gallons total on board. Goddamn. Only cost them $1,800 for all that. It's not bad.
That is
They have an
intriguing.
iPad in the middle. It looks stupid, but it's necessary.
Ours is gonna look necessary and cool. All right.
Fuck. I'm gonna send you a photo of what their interior looks like. But
that's what the inside of that look.
yeah, they got the fucking binoculars.
Yeah, I saw that. That's like the first thing I saw. It does kind of look stupid. What is up with that photo right there?
I don't know. It's just like, keep them going. Look at the cruise control on that thing. Look at that.
There's a cruise control?
Yeah, on the steering wheel. Look.
Oh, shit.
Crown Vics come with cruise control. A lot
Not
of them,
ours.
no. A lot of them also, for some reason, they don't come with either the pedal adjuster or the traction control button. Those are just disabled. It's like department specification. Crown
Weird.
Vics I believe Crown Vics after 2007 weren't made for public. It was only for police or taxis, I believe.
Yeah.
So it was just
That's
whatever
why-
police wanted.
That's why I like mine so much, because it's a 2010. It's like,
Yeah. Second to last year. Well, I think Saudi Arabia had another year at the Crown Vics. They have a 2012 model. I don't know why, but
get a Saudi Arabian Crown Vic for the challenge.
yeah, 2012. I don't know
Which
what
one
year.
would we want to heavily mod this, or would we just want to get like a fucking 2007 one at that point and get it just like a civilian version, and then deck that out? Because we're putting in as much work, but we also want to put in cruise control.
Yeah, I think if we were gonna do anything, if we had to choose like a brand new vehicle, just choose a fucking Ford Taurus Police Interceptor.
It has to be the Crown Vic though. That's the thing.
Then we can have it be a fucking 1990s Crown Vic. Yeah, the last Crown Victoria built by Ford is heading to Saudi Arabia. Interesting.
What is it?
Mabel.
All right. If we're Crown, why would you want that Crown Vic? What did you say? 70s or 90s?
Yeah, 90s Crown Vic. Saudi Arabia still uses the Crown Vic as police vehicles.
Dude, that's disgusting. It's actually gross.
What is?
What the fuck? This thing?
The 90s Crown Vic? What the fuck? Looks like a fucking... Okay, there's a fire truck. Well, fire.
Fire, yeah. That is actually fucking gross. Why would you want that?
Alright, let's look at the positives here.
Alright, this one might not be bad. The only reason I wanted the Crown Vic so bad was A, it's the original gang car. And B, it looks like a police vehicle. But like if we got this,
I both do and don't like the Crown Vic wagon. That looks
but
weird.
like you tint the fuck out of the back one and you just use that as a gas tank?
That's true, yeah. I mean, that entire back could be one, or well, like two massive fuel cells.
But at that point, we might as well just not use the Crown Vic and we just use the Ford Explorer Police Interceptor.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we want to win, don't we?
Yeah, but I want to win with a Crown Vic. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
All right. We can actually like hold the entire record, or we can just beat. Why do you have to call it the P71 Black Turd? All right. Just
So
yeah.
goofy.
I mean, yeah, all we have to do is just go from New York to California in under 31 hours and 45 minutes. That's fucking easy. I could do that shit no prep. That's fucking
Well, okay, so we beat the Crown Victoria record first, right?
yeah.
And then we beat the overall record afterwards with a different vehicle then, right?
Yeah. Just to show that we know how to use the Crown Vic better than you fucks. And
Yeah.
then yeah, second vehicle, second run, just
It's like we know how to use the highway system better than you fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just get the police lights on. And get the police scanner ready and just make up some shit. You know, we learned the lingo, the jargon. And yeah, we call it good.
Yeah, we could get like maybe like an insider from the police to work with us.
That actually, you know, instead of just like regular police, because actually, yeah, because once we cross state lines, yeah, I kind of forgot about that. They are kind of tailored to what state they're in.
Yeah.
We'd have to get like something that just says state trooper. I don't know if like most police officers. I feel like a lot of members of the public, um, have more of a disdain for state troopers or think less of them than they do regular police officers. Maybe it's just me. But if that is the case, and if we have our vehicle look like a statey vehicle, then you know, more people to just like get the fuck out of our way. Police officers won't want to talk to us.
State trooper vehicles look the same.
I think they are kind of state specific. They probably are. But this means that we're not even breaking. Well, okay, we're still breaking the law because if it says state trooper on it.
Yeah. That's one that would be you're
Yeah,
breaking multiple laws.
Yeah, the Minnesota has the fucking state shape on it. Well, you know, as long as we get the record, who fucking cares? I mean,
I kind of do.
That's why I would just do like a blacked out police vehicle at that point, you know? Because they have enough of a look that they see that it looks like, you know, vaguely like a police vehicle. And then it's not like tied to any specific organization, so it's not like out of place to be there.
no. I think if you want to get the record, really win the record, you just need state trooper lettering. Just make it look, you know, I mean, with the lights on and everything, no one's gonna look.
They're gonna know though. That's the thing.
Yeah, only the police will know. All right.
Yeah, and we don't want the police to know because then they'll pull us over.
We have to kind of blend in, you know?
Then we have spotters. All right, we can disable our lights, pass by at a reasonable speed.
Why would we have our lights on anyway then? Why
Because
don't we just like start weaving?
traffic is going to be a pain in the ass.
Weave. Molly knows how to weave. She's sewed before.
Molly cannot swim in traffic. All right.
How do you know? How do you know?
You cannot swim in traffic.
I never tried.
You never will try. I don't want to be in the vehicle if you try.
Wow. You're the one that taught me how to drive. So you have very little.
I did everything.
Yeah, it is a good point. I mean, if you taught her and you're afraid of it, then it's kind of your fault, right?
I did everything. No, all right. If you want to be a good, if you want to be a good swimmer, it takes more than just like regular how to basic drive. All right. You need instinct. You need you know, you need to be able to seize the fucking gap. All right. There's all right, Molly, I'm gonna play you a clip. You know what? No, you've seen the clips. I want to play you another clip anyway, because you need to see what you'd be getting yourself into, and do you think you could do it? Crown Vic's coming back. A lecture Crown Victoria? What? That would be kind of interesting if that
That would be
actually
kind of badass. You'd have to look at the bottom though to really understand.
What? I can't scroll. What is it? Look at the bottom.
You can't scroll.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
it did get me. I got excited and then I clicked on it and
it has cup holders. I mean, it's supposed to come with cup holders from the factory. Yours is just missing the fucking sliding part. I don't know what it's technically called, but
it's missing what now? The center console?
No. Let me show you. So you're also missing the 12-volt charging port.
Yeah.
Let me yeah, this is what I'm looking for.
It's really boring and bare basic just because it's...
Yeah, that's supposed to come with it. I need to find one of these still and hook it all back up. It doesn't look the greatest, but like it's a cup holder. It's something.
That would
It's
be
got
nice.
cigarette lighter. Yeah. I mean, they're not like super.
So we need to like really like scope out like maybe I guess the next we wouldn't do it to this Crown Vic then. Because we'd want, we'd want shit with it, right?
Would want
But
shit
we'd
with it.
yeah, we want it to be like civilian kind of police crossover kind of thing. This one is the one we have is just, pure police.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
just, it's meant to do its job, nothing
This is
more, nothing less.
clean as it gets for Crown Vics,
Oh,
honestly.
I like the wood.
I do
Yeah,
too.
but then you got the center console, but you need that for that radio.
You can get the police radio mounted to like above the rear view mirror.
No, I'm sure. It's just
You don't want it there.
it's just cooler. But yeah,
On the
I mean if you want to do it this way, then yeah, we could it would be easier to hide the scanner or the jammer somewhere too.
Yeah.
Maybe
mean, yeah,
somewhere inside the vehicle itself.
Um.
I don't know how they work, so I wouldn't.
Well, I'm pretty sure most of them you just kind of like put them up on the dash. You have it like plugged into
Does it
that.
have to be in the dash, or can it be like in some sort of material that?
It would probably have to be on the dash. I mean, most
Could it be
like
inside? If it can go through glass, can't it go through plastic then?
no, because it needs to. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe it can. I'm assuming not, just because glass is transparent. So
To
like,
certain waves of light.
yeah, it can go through that, but plastic it just gets bricked. I'd imagine.
I mean, think about it this way, right? You can do fast charging, or you can do wireless charging on your phone through glass, but you can also do it through plastic on a case. It's just different waves, or it's just different waves of electricity, I guess.
Yeah. Okay,
So
I'm sending you a video. You can kind of see on the thumbnail like how they have their laser. Well, actually, I'm not sure what that is. They don't say in the description if that's a laser
I guess
detector.
my concern is something that wouldn't happen, as in we get pulled over to begin with. But
Oh yeah, if we get pulled over, the run is over. I mean,
yeah, it's true. You just have to. What would we even say? Like, because because they don't have us like fully speeding through, so they don't know how far we went or all the other illegal shit we did. So I
yeah,
guess that is kind of
you take
you
the
just get
ticket.
like a little ticket.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you still like pass them going fucking 110,
If it's like 110, they're not gonna catch up with you.
that's true.
They might report you, but I mean, I don't think it matters. Oh, I like that. Do you see the lights on the window,
What?
right side of the window?
The right side of the window?
Yeah, the right window. About like 35 minutes in.
What?
Is that part of the? What is that? Is that part of the
video,
the
the
jammer?
video I'm watching is 5 minutes.
Yeah, the video I'm watching is 5:23, right?
Yeah, how far are you in? 30 seconds?
Yeah, 30, 35. Well, I
Okay,
guess that's about 40 seconds in, right? Just
you
look at the
said
right
like
window.
you said 30 minutes, but all right.
Oh, that's my bad.
Window? The white window? What
See that
is
red light? What is that for?
Oh, that? I have no idea. That is interesting.
That'd be cool if that was part of this jammer or the scanner or some shit.
It might be. I don't know. These guys don't really talk about what they have on their setup because they don't want to dox themselves too much.
It's fair.
Yeah, Molly, I want you to take a look at this. I need you to be able to do this for 25 hours comfortably.
Okay. Actually,
Forced
while you
traffic.
look at that, we do really need to do a fad because I worked hard on this one this time. So
Go ahead.
surprising.
I'm showing Molly what she needs, what the expectations for her are.
Got it. Recruitment.
Gotta
All
do
right,
some
we'll
practice
be right
before
back.
we actually do the run.
Yeah,
But
yeah. We'll take it. Like you can just drive through town, you know.
Amadeus Planet.
A piece of craftsmanship never before seen in Sapphire Tech history. This is an engineering feat that has been bestowed to us to be the best in the industry. It's truly the most beautiful thing that can be held by those with the softest hands. The cutting edge without the edges. Introducing the Womb Tab. We've heard feedback around the world about the knowledge of the use of technology is not imprinted in the human's mind until about 2 years of age. We determined that it is not good enough. There simply isn't enough to keep the complexities of human mind occupied inside the womb. To continue to be effective in this fast-paced world, we must find ways to teach our future generations. The human eye is able to detect light after an astounding 16 weeks of pregnancy. There's only one way to make this ability refined and useful to early humans, but there is no current hardware to match this challenge. So we determined, with our simple and easy to understand UI and simplistic craftsmanship alongside new curling OLED technology, our engineers at Sapphire Tech were up for the challenge. An easy to understand at-home process is all that is required to introduce younger humans to the Womb Tab. Simply curl the state-of-the-art OLED screen in its sterile, state-of-the-art, transparent film. Insert the Womb Tab vaginally. Let it unfold around the fetus and pull out the sterile film slowly. From there, you can connect with the Womb Tab via Bluetooth and communicate with your unborn offspring. For removal, simply give birth to your new child and dispose of the Womb Tab by sending it to one of our 1,000 Sapphire Tech stores worldwide for it to be reused to decrease your carbon footprint. This device is only to be used with supervision of medical professionals. Infections, illnesses, lack of comfort, or any associated deaths are not Sapphire Tech's responsibility. It is most likely a result of poor installation. All tests were done using PVC mockups and 3D renderings. This is not an FDA-approved product. Now we return to our host. All right, we returned back to. I don't. That actually, it seems like something that. That actually seems kind of like we have to do it now.
What does? The cannonball run in the Crown Vic?
Yeah, it has to be done. Well, first a Crown Vic, and then the second time it would have to be the Interceptor. But You know, if they made an electric Crown Vic, or they re-released the Crown Vic at all, you know, that'd be the only new car that I'd buy.
That makes sense. Molly?
Yeah.
How's your day been? What have you been up to lately?
I think
Yeah.
that's pretty good. Went Christmas shopping again. Yeah, that's been my day.
That's it?
Yeah.
What? I mean, there was an entire week that transpired. What happened?
Motherfucker, I was just about to send that photo to you.
I mean, it looks cool. It's simplistic.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Guess we're on the same wavelength tonight. That'd be so fucking dystopian if police cars look like that, though. That'd be perfect.
I like how in Europe they are very bright, identifiable vehicles.
Yep.
Yet in America, we love our undercovers.
Yeah, everything is fucking. It's like the fucking Wild West here. All right. Nobody wants us to know where they are. It's so fucking predatorial. That's what's so badass about the police, right?
Oh yeah.
I think we were meant to be cops, Jason.
What's the movie? 21 Jump Street?
Is that what we're gonna?
Yeah, I'm fucking Jonah Hill. Jason is Channing Tatum.
Is this Molly posing in front of the Crown Vic right after the cannonball?
I can't. Yeah, pretty much.
Like it's so fucking pixelated. All right, I'll stop. I'm gonna stop looking at these.
Yeah, this is us. This is.
Wait, who's who?
I'm the guy waving my arms. I've never seen 21 Jump Street.
I haven't. I've seen. I've heard of Let's Be Cops.
You should watch 21 Jump Street.
Maybe I should.
It's
I have a shit ton of time this weekend or this week, so maybe I should.
It's just one of those movies you should watch.
Yeah, this would be us. No, the whole premise is, you know, they're dumbass cops, but they look young.
Yeah.
So they get sent into a high school to bust a drug ring.
They hated each other in high school. They became best friends when they were in training camp cop.
Training camp cop.
Training camp Copville.
And then they get sent to high school, and then they start kind of hating each other again. And then their power of friendship wins the end of the day. No.
One of them, I think he's like 24. He's in love with one of the high schoolers.
All right.
That's my character.
Is in love with the other one?
Yeah. Yeah, my character, he falls for, I think, a 17-year-old.
She was 18.
She probably, for the sake of the movie, I hope she was 18.
Yeah.
Who was the person that played her? Brie Larson?
Yeah, Brie Larson. So yeah, it's a good movie. Molly, what are some other
Brie
good
Larson? Gross.
Live action.
All right.
Yeah, Brie Larson, fucking Miss Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah, some other stuff. Speaking of Minnesota to Texas, the Minnesota state flag was the official.
Oh yeah.
You know, flag was actually chosen. They were up between these three. You know,
What?
if you're on the Discord, it was up between these three, and it was the most boring one that was chosen.
What the fuck?
They're also updating their seal, which their seal doesn't look bad. I like that the fucking what's the state bird?
Did they just
The loon. I like how the loon's on there. What's that?
Was it a requirement to use that color scheme, or
Nope. Apparently
Why?
that just struck home.
That is
Like
not.
those
I
colors.
like our current
That's
flag
the
more.
colors. That's the colors of Minnesota, I guess.
All
I
of
like
them
how
are.
the white's there. I like the top left personally.
I
The
do
top
too.
left, it adds some character to it. This is just fucking stripes. Then this is the dipshit that made it. I'm not gonna say his name on here, but
Well, like you know him personally.
all right, his name is Andrew Precker. He's from Laverne, Minnesota.
Laverne. Yeah, I like our current one more. It's weird, but I like it.
24-year-old. Jesus Christ. All right, yeah. And so the one below that one, this is their current mock-ups because they're gonna change it. They're gonna change it no matter what. And I like how they got rid of that stupid Microsoft Paint star, and they kind of made it kind of better. I guess. All right, if you had to choose one of these ones, which one would you choose?
3 or the last picture?
From the last picture, like from the last, like this is one of the ones that they're gonna choose because they're gonna change it.
Honestly, just leave it like the one they chose. Why change it if that's the one they chose?
Because the one that this dipshit made was stupid, and there's just
they all look stupid too.
I hate the star. Literally, I can go on Microsoft Paint right now, and then there's that star was it's literally just I don't know what it is. That star pisses me off. All right,
Is
and
it
then
reminds you that you're not a star?
what do you mean I'm the star of the podcast? All right, if you had to choose any of the flags in the bottom, all right, there's no going back. All right, you can't go to fucking dipshit Andrew's flag. All right, this is your options. You got the gold star right there, or you got all the rest of them.
Top left.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's a little icy. I could see top left.
Why do we have green? I mean, I know we have forests up north, but
I hate the fucking bottom right where it looks like, oh look, it's a pasture and it's got sky.
Yeah.
Dude, if it becomes bottom right, I'm actually gonna fucking.
You're never.
I'm gonna make a live video of me burning the flag, the OPP music in the background.
You just submitted OPP as a submission.
Well, I should have. If I knew about this earlier, I would have submitted the OPP logo as the flag. Because people were like taking pictures of their tables and their dogs and shit.
Wait a minute. All right, Reddit saves the day. Minnesota's racist state flag isn't the only one that could use a makeover. We have a racist state flag.
Yeah. Because it's like has Indians in it or some shit, right?
Natives.
Hey,
Racist.
some of them still prefer to be called Indians.
All right. I'll take your word on it.
And also at the time they were called Indians when they were being put on the flag, so it still was. Yeah, it's some dude on the pastorate and some Native American on a fucking horse. It's like the guy's looking over like what the fuck is this guy doing on my land? It's like he's just peacefully working and this naked guy on a horse is like running through.
We have an axe and okay, that's not a double barrel shotgun, but I was gonna say like that's perfect.
That would have been badass if that was.
But I don't know what the fucking L'Etoile du Nord. I don't know what that's supposed to stand for. I like the little waterfall in the background. That's cool. I don't like how the native is just basically naked. It's not great flag aesthetics, but
Is flag an aesthetic?
sure. It's All right, I want to look at state flags. I want to
I
see
like
who are some good
I
ones.
like how at one point this was the contenders for it, and they didn't go for the bottom left. Like, but I feel like the ones on the left were more interesting. The rest is
Bottom
just
left is
I kind of like the top middle.
that one is
it looks
fucking-
stupid.
Not for a flag, but
the
I think it
bottom
looks pretty.
bottom middle as well is
Boring.
it's boring, but it's like I could see it being
That
a
looks like
flag.
some city flag or some shit.
It's a
Like or
boring
like
flag.
some county police flag.
But I could actually see it being a flag. The ones on the right do not look like flag material. Top, middle, those are not flags. Those are kids.
The top
Amazing.
right does look like a flag, but not a good flag.
I think the best flags are North Dakota or California. Those are my picks. South Carolina actually has an interesting flag too. Yeah, my favorite's probably California, just because Fallout New Vegas, California Republic. No, what is it? Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Yeah.
That's the funny line.
Oh, Star of the North. That's what L'Etoile du Nord means. So
That's all right.
boring. That is boring. We're just copying Texas. What Texas of the North? Shut the fuck up.
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Molly, look at these flags. Which one looks the coolest? I know it's not very zoomed in, but
I'll tell you right now, my least favorite is Maryland.
Maryland?
I knew it was wrong as I was saying it.
Yeah, Maryland does look like a fucking JPEG error.
It looks like a puzzle. Something that I have to solve. What the
Yeah.
fuck is going on?
I like how Hawaii is still.
Yeah.
Why is Hawaii British? That pisses me off.
I
Actually.
kind of like it.
Fucking turncoat.
Good.
Honestly, none of these are really great.
Yeah, but look at the California flag. It's a bear. California
Ooh.
Republic. The Republic of California. Fuck you. Alright, you fucking furry.
Okay, speaking of copying Texas, look at the Texas flag, and then look at the one that the Minnesota flag is about to be.
North Carolina and the Texas flag. Fucking Mississippi. They all look identical. Missouri. Fucking Confederate lazy pieces of shit.
Yep. That's actually horrible. I didn't realize that we're literally copying fucking Texas.
New Mexico, that's your favorite?
Because it's different.
Different doesn't mean good. Look at South Carolina. Right, that one's different.
I do like that one.
Yeah.
Washington is just George Washington still, even though he's a slave owner.
But he was our first president, so
I want to look at the Kansas state flag. I want to see what that graphic is.
I do like the green on the Washington state flag though. Yeah, everything else about it is kind of iffy, but
I kind of like the Kansas flag. I don't know what the Latin is, ad astra per aspera, but it's just a farmer doing his shit. It's simple.
Yeah, but ours is a farmer doing his shit and some naked man and a horse is running through our fucking land.
Minnesota experience right there.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I do not like Arizona.
Don't you like the Tennessee one?
Yeah. Tennessee. Where's Tennessee?
Looks like some sports logo.
Tennessee again, it's just fucking lazy ass Confederate pieces of shit.
Yeah. Arkansas. Arkansas is really good. This one is like pure Confederacy. Dude, what the fuck is up with New Mexico though?
Yeah. It's the only fucking yellow one.
That's why I like it.
It's a yellow one with just some goofy ass star in the middle.
It decided to do something different.
No, this is why California has the best one. I'll die on this hill. California, then South Carolina.
I just don't like the bear.
The bear is good. All right, don't tread on the bear.
I'm not a big fan of the bear. I'm sorry.
I like the Virgin Island. Just has that American eagle with that American crest, just a sink that you're owned by America.
See, this is why I'm biased towards California. because this would be a good flag.
It looks
That-
like it's a bear
that
with
would-
2 heads.
That's what it is.
It
yeah,
is.
It's a mutated bear with 2 heads.
That does. I mean, no matter what, I think even the modern California one, it just goes hard no matter what. So,
Yeah. I want to get that fucking flag. All
can you
right,
imagine doing that, but like, like a loon or some shit?
a loon? Yeah, a
like a-
double-headed loon.
Yeah.
That would be a good flag.
Yeah. What's up with
That
these
one-
like?
Yeah, bruh.
ins-
This is all right. It looks a bit creepy, but like if we tweak it just a little bit, this would have been a fucking perfect state flag.
I think Ferris wishes she could have
Wait.
been on the flag.
Can you imagine doing that and then?
If someone submitted that and it didn't win, I am actually disappointed.
Can you imagine if I? Yeah, we just submitted that. I mean, it's too late now, but like. But I mean, I guess nothing's never too. It's never too late, right?
Yeah. It's okay. We'll just become the governor of Minnesota. All of us.
Gang activity.
And run a political campaign.
Is this before or after we do the cannonball?
We all ran against each other.
Yeah.
That would be perfect. It's like perfectly rigged, and then whoever doesn't win, they just fall under whoever wins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need a campaign manager, Eric. We'll get Ferris to be my campaign manager.
I get Mabel.
What about Salem?
I get Mabel and Salem.
No, you fucking don't. This bitch thinks that she can take 2 of my cats. That's fine.
Our cats.
So what was that? What was that you sent? The 2-headed loon.
Oh, that's just I just typed in 2-headed loon because
Oh,
yeah.
that would literally be perfect.
Yeah.
Look at that. Can you imagine? I'd be proud of
Good.
calling that my state flag.
Yeah. Get the state bird. All right, it's fucking different. The birds have like red eyes. They look evil.
We still have the stars that people are obsessed with because
You have the lakes. Yeah, in the background. Well, it looks like water almost. I'll call it lakes. Fuck it. Yeah, literally perfect, but no.
has that Minnesota blue. That I don't know. I think people are just. I think people are just stupid. I should have submitted that. Whatever. I'm gonna save this. Or not. It's not that important. Whatever.
What could have been? What could have been?
Yeah. In a different universe, I submitted that and we promoted our OPP podcast.
I don't know what this is. So when I click on the dual-headed loon photo, Illinois County expert on X, this double-headed loon gives strong Holy Roman Empire vibes. What could have been? Yeah.
That would have been badass. That's what would have been. My favorite is like, and Michigan's pretty good, right?
Michigan. I want to go to Michigan still. I'm sure most of it's pretty boring, but
That would be
it's
kind
only
of a
on
cool
like
state.
an hour.
That's where that one predator catcher is. Skeeter. He
Skeeter?
operates mostly in Michigan.
Nice.
We could do a
Okay.
collaborative OPP session with him.
See, actually, it'd be kind of fun to drive to Michigan because you go all the way through Minneapolis, Wisconsin Dells. If you want to take it a bit, make it a bit more of a road trip, you can drive to Milwaukee and then just drive down to Chicago. Turn off TikTok.
Were you talking to the cats that time?
I was talking to Molly
Damn.
on TikTok.
No.
You already don't speak enough. You're just scrolling on TikTok. The fuck?
Fucking TikTok.
Fucking iPad over. TikTok. Hey, you almost kicked our cat.
You pushed my foot into it.
All right.
TikTok.
I think-
Spray with a spray bottle. I'm sorry, there's gonna be some domestic abuse you're gonna hear in the background. If she starts screaming, ignore it. It's a soundboard.
Well, I mean, she can't scream if, she can't scream.
What? Look at that. You scared Ferris. She walked into the corner because
Because you were gonna abuse me.
my girlfriend is physically abusing me, folks.
Speaking of abusive people, this is old news, but I guess the YouTube prankster shot in the chest. Well, People Magazine says shot in the chest. Insider or Inside Report, whatever the fuck, says shot in the stomach. I'm more inclined to believe the Inside Edition because I feel like a lot more goes on. A lot more important shit goes on inside the chest. But the jury found Alan Colley not guilty Thursday in the shooting of Tanner Cook, who runs the Classified Goons YouTube channel. Classified Goons. They do seem like goons if you've seen any of their videos. And the only video I've seen is the one where he got shot at. But yeah, they found him not guilty on like any of the major charges. There was he was still guilty of a charge of discharging a firearm in a public area, which I guess. But yeah, I think the
crazy.
factors.
So he got found not guilty on all the other charges. So let's say some fucking guy was walking up to him holding a knife and said, "I'm going to stab you," and he shot him in self-defense. He would still get charged for shooting a gun in a public place.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Can you fucking imagine? I don't know. So yeah, none of the quote unquote major charges he got fucking charged on, but yeah, the whole thing was that he didn't say anything to him. He was playing just like some shit over and over on his phone. He was following him and just had a fucking straight face. And he was like asking him, "All right, can you leave me alone?" That kind of shit. And he wouldn't. So I mean, he's kind of creeped the fuck out, and he kind of got a little angry,
So, I admit, I kind of got a little angry.
Did you kill him? No, I didn't kill him. I didn't shoot him in the
What a
fucking
fucking
stomach.
animal do you take me for? Dude, why has no one made that?
Yeah, but I did shoot him in the chest.
That'd be good. Maybe that's where our career for all of us truly lies. Like, fuck this podcast shit. Fuck this game development shit. What if we just do voiceovers? All right, we just do.
The voice acting is one of the hardest fucking, not only acting but like careers to get into in general.
Yeah, I honestly, yeah.
Because it's such a concentrated fucking market.
Like, at least if you're physically acting, you have your body as well to like kind of help you get there in the moment. Like fucking voice actors, you're just in a booth. And you have to deliver the most emotional like speech of all time.
Yeah, and people who've been in the business for forever could be like, "Oh, I could do that voice as well." Whatever voice you do, they could probably do it. So, I mean, it's more versatile. That's the thing, because they don't physically see you. You can't really typecast someone where you can't really see the person. So, they get multiple different roles. So yeah, I mean, we could, or we could keep doing this, and then eventually later on the line, you have more options to do that.
Yeah. I just found out recently. Did you know that the person that voices Franklin in GTA 5, he's actually white?
No, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's some big controversy. They should shut down GTA 5 for that.
Since we're on the topic of GTA 5, you know the scene. Yo, can a lope come in your crib? You know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
They made a continuation cutscene.
Continuation cutscene.
Well, maybe that's the wrong way to phrase it, but they made a reference to it in. I type in "can a lope come in your crib" and the first fucking result is for Bed Bath and Beyond and Amazon. Fucking. Where is it?
You find cribs. I don't see it on here. Oh, actually, Ned Luke, the guy who voices Michael, says that it's not voice acting; it's actual acting because they're in stretchy suits that they put CGI over. So,
I mean, I kind of...
because they do that in like Avatar movies and shit. So,
Yeah. No, this is what I was referring to, though. They pay homage to it. It's not as good as the original, but, you know, it's still... It's kind of funny that they're aware of it, at least. And this was 2 fucking years ago. I have not played GTA in so long.
see, I looked it up on YouTube and I got suggested this. So, have fun with that.
What the fuck is that? I don't want to look at that. It looks like Alf, the fucking anteater.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at that anymore. No, I'm deleting that.
Okay, rid of it.
I don't want to look at that. That creeps
What do you
me
mean?
out.
It's an abnormal baby. What are you talking about?
I don't want to look at abnormal babies. All right.
Dude, the thing actually looks like it has a dick in its head. That's bad.
That's why I don't want to look at it.
Dude, that is unfortunate. Looks just like Elias.
So yeah, can look come out in your crib?
The DLC.
Yeah, the contract.
Oh, this was an actual thing?
Yeah. Yeah, they
Is this the good ending, or does he say like, yeah, sure, why not?
What?
What does he say? Does he say, yeah, sure?
No, this is an actual fucking Rockstar made scene. Just watch it.
Why did they do it again though? Because
it was a meme. That's why.
But like, okay, so if we're going with the storyline, right? So these guys did the same. What do they have? Fucking dementia? They said the exact same thing.
I mean, it apparently does take place like 2 years after the story, supposedly, or a year after, because Franklin's married and he has a kid.
Okay, so did they say like other stuff, or is it just the same shit?
It's not all right. Just fucking watch the clip. All right.
I can't because I have to use my audio and it goes straight to the podcast. So.
Oh my god. You know what? You'll get to it eventually. Watch it. It's different.
All right, I will.
It's not the same style. He still asks the same thing, but
Oh, my sober self had a question about next Halloween. Are you guys gonna do Lois and Peter?
no, that wasn't the plan.
Are you guys gonna do Lois and Peter?
I'm not gonna do Lois and Peter, Griffin.
It's perfect.
No, it's not.
You have glasses. She's a ginger.
The fuck do you mean it's perfect?
You have glasses and she's a ginger. Molly, do a Lois voice.
Is this gonna be us for Halloween next year?
No, it won't be.
It has to be. You guys look just like it.
I don't think you're a good friend.
All right, I'm sorry. It's just.
Wait a minute. I think I found Jason. Go. So you can go as next year.
The fuck? At least this time you're not calling me fat. Why am I humping a fucking an ottoman? Why am I humping a couch ottoman?
Pretty in character, at least.
Yeah, I mean I have nothing better to do in my room, so I just start humping shit. That's what guys do, right?
Just be a man.
I wouldn't know. I'm not one.
Yeah. How many times a day do you accidentally, do you catch Amadeus, just dry humping shit? Because he's a man. That's all you can think about. Plenty of times?
Too many times.
Gets out of hand.
Yeah, it really does. It's starting to make me uncomfortable.
Starting. Don't worry, I can help you, Queen.
Fucking excuse me.
Speaking of being a bully, okay, so you know how I'm notorious for being that one dude where like, all right, that is literally just a picture of Elias. That's what he looked like when we sent that photo to the pedophile. Didn't you?
Yeah, the ears.
Yeah.
Bug eyes and everything.
It was perfect. It looked exactly like that. But yeah, I'm notorious for, coming up with funny, and then somebody repeats the funny, and then they get the glory for it, right? So like
Sounded like
I
a-
made the
yeah.
joke, and then he made it louder, and then because they're talking about this guy's name, and this guy, he happens to be the guy who, he's he's like a pathological liar, just lies about the dumbest shit for no
Mhm.
reason. I've talked about him before, and I've also talked about how he's made suggestions for this podcast, and how to run it the right way, even though he hasn't stepped foot. He hasn't even touched one. He doesn't, but he doesn't have one. All right. Anyway,
You
yeah,
just know.
we found they're reading through his initials, and it was BJ, was his last name. So I repeated that. It's interesting, BJ, and then yeah, it just became a thing where everyone just started calling him blowjob around the office. And that was the first time he ever just locked up and just stared at everyone just quietly. It's like, it's about respect. You don't call me that. It
Calling you by your name.
was and I stared at him dead in the eyes. Like, if you want to blame anyone for it, I'm the one who came up with it. It's so toxic. And then like even his like the person who was above him was like, "All right, blowjob, let's go. We gotta do some stuff." He just refused to get up.
Little piss baby about his new nickname.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at your parents. Don't be mad
that
at
makes that makes you want to do it even more. and then, and then yeah, I don't know. It's very fitting for someone to say that, especially for people who doesn't respect his higher ups. To like, I want people to respect me.
It sounds very middle school in a way, and it sounds interesting.
It really does sound like middle school.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's like adult middle school. That's what my job is.
That sounds absolutely horrible.
It
Sounds like
is, and that's why I don't want to. That's why I hate the environment. But I live for the
you
weekends, and I live for drinking after work. I
hey,
hate the gossip. I hate the fucking entitled ass fucks who think they're better than each other because they have this one thing over the other person.
all it takes is
But
just one little chink in their armor, like someone to make a joke about their name standing for blowjob, and then all of their fucking confidence it just gets shattered to a million little pieces.
exactly. So
That's
it's the
good.
funny thing about that. I'm shit on all the time for all sorts of things. Like this is the most insecure group of people that I've ever met, like in any capacity. Like this is the most that anyone has ever made fun of me in my life. But these are all people who are coming from like, very troubling backgrounds, and people who have been made fun of. So, I mean, partially, some of it is true, and I think it's funny. Yeah, and then another part is, they're compensating for
Their
themselves. Yeah.
inadequacies. I know with my job, I mean, so there's my trainer. Uh, he's a character. I think he likes to make up shit. He sounds like someone who's lived like too much. I don't know. I just get the vibes that he's making up a lot of like the shit that he talks about that happened to him, or he's greatly exaggerating it. But the other guy
Yeah.
that I have been working with, um, he's like a stereotypical blue collar guy. Calls people faggots, makes fun of gay people, etc. You get the individual.
So he's a little bit like the white supremacist. Well, I guess everyone
Yeah.
in my office, because everyone is anti-gay in my office, so
Yeah.
that's interesting.
No, so the first night that like all three of us went out to dinner somewhere, we went to Applebee's because that's where the blue collar guy, his name is Eric, that's where he wanted to go. Applebee's
Yeah.
is dog shit for the price. Never fucking going there again. But
Yeah.
you know, him and my trainer were having a bit of fun. They shot the like straw wrappers at each other. Just
Yeah.
fucking with each other a little bit. And I had the thought in my head, yeah, what's like a good way to shut this shit down so neither one of them ever does that to me again? Just to like pour salt onto my hand and then just toss it into their fucking drink. I wasn't expecting them to do it, but then Eric, he shot the paper at me, and I thought, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
It is completely disproportionate response to just like salt his fucking drink because they charge for that.
Yeah.
He didn't do it, and he hasn't done it since.
Oh, did you actually put salt in
Yeah,
his drink?
I mean, he took his drink away before I dumped like most of the handful into it.
It's good that you
Salt
actually
got
did it.
I felt a bit like an asshole for having a bit of an overreaction to it. At the
Fuck
same
it.
time,
That makes it funny.
I think like a week later, he just asked me like, "Do you have a problem with me?" It's like some of the things you've said to me, and like pouring the salt in my drink. Like, do you have something against me? I just told, no, I don't. I apologize for my overreaction, but I don't have an issue with you.
How old is this guy?
He's 37.
And he's asking a 20-year-old, "You have a problem with me?
Well,
You have
I
a
mean, he
problem
asked
with
it
me,
like as
buddy?"
nicely as you can, just like as matter of fact, straight up. But
I mean, this is your trainer.
no, this is the other guy
Um,
that's still technically in training. He's been working here for about like 6, 7 weeks.
Hey, buddy, what the frick? You have a
So
problem
yeah,
with
I
me?
mean, he was having his fun. He shot a straw wrapper at me. Like, I just want to pour salt in your drink. Is that so bad? And now it's good. Now I can have fun. Like anytime we're ever at a restaurant together,
Yeah.
all I have to do is just reach for the fucking salt, and he makes sure to cover his drink.
He actually pisses himself a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes it's fun to just be like an over obnoxious asshole. Just with like not even words. You just have to take a couple of actions. I mean, I guess I got lucky. It's kind of hard to like come across a scenario where you can be the alpha male with action.
Be the man of action.
Yeah.
Be dominant at the dinner table.
Yeah, piss excellence. That's what I was doing that night.
You should have pissed in his drink. You should have just stood up and just pissed in his drink.
You have coworkers that make fun of you. I have a coworker that comes up to me and asks, you know how at office jobs, how if you die, they just clear your desk and hire someone else? What would we do if you died?
That is kind of goofy. I mean, especially that it's personable. I mean, we talk about death and like we talked about like different kinds of executions the other day. We
And then
talk about it. We make it interesting though. We don't make it like very like specific. Maybe I'm gonna do that when I go back in on Monday. I'm gonna make it very personal. Like, what do you think we do? I have told people that if they died, I would not show up to their funeral detail, but
no, but she then started going like, would we like close? What, like, would we just like not open? What would we do?
No day of mourning. Just
Yeah.
manager gone, flash sale.
just tell them none of your fucking business. Go back to work.
This was the coworker that we had on the podcast.
Yeah.
I was wondering about her death.
Just say, you'll plan for it when it happens. You have no plans. I have no plans on dying.
Just like have a supervillain response. Plan for your death first. I don't know, just something.
Yeah. Yeah. Plan for yours. In due time. The same question will have to be asked about yourself.
Fucking voice actor over here. GTA 7.
Thank you.
Every character.
Yeah, Mom has this thing where she's at like a retail store, and like they're making conversation. She just develops like this really thick LA accent where every word she says is really drawn out. Like, would you like to sign up for a rewards program today? No, no thanks. I don't
No
understand.
thanks.
It's like a way
Maybe
to
this
make
is a
it
very
not,
female thing.
maybe. Is it like a way to not make it awkward, but you're making
No,
for the
You're
people
making it.
I mean,
It's not awkward. It's just weird.
I
you're
have
just
no idea.
elongating your words.
Oh, but
No, thanks.
the same coworker that asked about my death, she's caught me like slipping into like Southern or British accents when I'm talking to customers at the register.
I mean, that happens.
What do you mean that happened?
You know, I remember when I was younger, you know, if I was talking to someone with an accent, I'd kind of pick it up a little bit.
I wonder
No,
if that pissed them off at all.
not a single person that Mars caught me doing that with has had an accent.
All right, well then that's kind of fucking weird then. Hey, do you have like a stroke or what? Do you smell toast when that happens?
No.
Because that means that you're having a stroke. Yeah,
It's just her inner British waking
just
up. I'm good.
My
have
weird Southern accent.
you actually told someone with an accent to speak normal?
No.
Meant to be a Florida girl.
God, no. I'd
Yeah, that's
kill
my
myself.
lane. I have to find someone in Florida. I have to
We'll
live up to my expectations.
I'll take you to Miami. I want to go to Miami. All right, GTA 6 has got me in a Miami mood. I want to go.
I prefer like Florida over LA, so I'll take Vice City over or and you know, in any day.
Oh.
Um,
As far as living, I mean, yeah, I guess I'd rather live like near Miami than Los Angeles.
maybe.
If I had to
As
visit,
yeah,
I'd probably choose LA.
both living sucks because like Miami's a dump in like a lot of parts, but can be very beautiful.
Beach, yeah. You have the Everglades.
But like I don't know, I just like Florida in general. Like, but I guess I haven't been to the West Coast, so I can't really say anything.
Florida would be a good place for the OPP business to really take off and boom.
That's where my plan for Philomonco is supposed to be, but that
Florida.
could be good for OPP as well.
I mean, fuck, what's Jamie, I'm gonna have you type into Google here, good cities to live in Florida.
We just have an office in like Daytona Beach or
Not
something.
how you
You
spell cities. Oh my god.
What did she spell with an S?
Just CITYS. Yeah, CITYS. God damn. You're taking the role of Elias, not becoming him.
You just want to destroy the Elias, not become him.
F L.
I forgot what I was typing for a moment.
Oh my god. All right, we got Jacksonville,
Or
Texas.
Jack.
Orlando, Tallahassee.
Orlando
No.
would be fun. I think Daytona would be fun though.
Orlando? I feel like Orlando is probably the most fucked when it comes to cost of living.
Literally take
Ferris.
the Crown Vic to the Daytona 500 racetrack.
That would be good. Imagine, all right, if you buy a Crown Vic from Florida, there's just no rest at all.
Yeah, that is another fucking benefit to that. I don't know why it took that long. Winter Park. There is winter in Florida. Venice.
No, there's not.
Not the same as like Minnesota winter.
See, doesn't this just look so nice?
There's literally called winter. It's called Winter Park, so there is winter in Florida. The same as Minnesota.
I would love to live there. One other thing I want to try more Cuban food because the one fucking Cuban sandwich I have tried in my life is really fucking good.
Get a real Cuban sandwich.
Yeah,
that'd be
real Cuban cigars. Imagine it's only like what fucking 60 miles, 90 miles.
All right. Well, I guess we already know. We know OPP's second headquarters.
Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
The best places to live in Florida. Boca Raton. Gainesville, Fort Myers, Pensacola, Tallahassee, Cape Coral, Melbourne, Orlando. Orlando looks
Everyone,
cool, but it's got to be so fucking expensive. St. Augustine.
yeah. Oh, for
Sorry.
sure. I mean, fucking, dude, Disney World is in Orlando. Of course, it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah. Fuck that, yeah. St.
Shit,
Petersburg.
what did you send? What is that?
It's a location in Boca Raton, I think.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the water there. The fucking, it's like it has more of like an aqua look.
Yeah. Okay, so the number one best place to live in Florida apparently is Tampa. Population of 387,000. The average home price is only $419,000, and the median income is $30,000. Oh, that's great.
Too
That's
easy.
fucking great.
Once that OPP paycheck comes in, you know.
Yeah. That just looks like fucking cityscape hell. I'm sorry, that doesn't look that exciting.
That's why you
I
need
think,
to like go closer to beaches where it's like not super like cityscape, but like
yeah, I think I might be spoiled actually, because Minneapolis, well, the Twin Cities is just like surprisingly one of the prettier metro areas, more engaging metro areas compared to fucking Tampa. And this looks
yeah.
boring as shit by comparison. Ooh, you got a couple of skyscrapers. Ooh. You have anything else? No? You have fucking parking garages? That's it? More parking lots? More parking lots?
I mean, Orlando looks kind of nice, but again, that's not somewhere you can really live.
Yeah, because I'm just made of money. Wait, alright, I want to see average rent cost in Orlando. Average rent cost in Orlando. Anywhere between $1,600 to $2,000 in 2023 for a studio apartment. Wait, no. When it comes to a one-bedroom apartment, the average rent in Orlando is about $1,669 a month.
Jesus.
Yeah, they even got the fucking GTA. They got the beach there. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be pretty fucking expensive. A family of four estimated monthly costs are $4,178 without rent.
Did you just
What
say
did you?
GTA Beach to that? To the
Yeah,
thing I sent? That's
yeah,
Daytona Beach.
yeah. It's the GTA beach. I've killed people there before.
You know, you know, that building on that dock. There's a restaurant there, and I ate at that restaurant. It's like one of the first fish boil places I went to, and it's really good.
I keep on forgetting that you've actually been to Florida.
I've been there like twice. That's why I like it.
I've been to Texas twice, and if
Wait,
I'm with
you've never been to Florida?
nope.
All right, Gang Day Florida, 2026.
I mean, if I'm still with my current job for a good couple more months, eventually I'll be flown out to Austin, Texas for the third time. But
I've never been. I guess I've never been to Texas. Well, I think I've been to a Texas airport, so I technically haven't been to Texas. I've been to Oklahoma, and that place is boring as fuck. Lives up
yeah,
to its name.
what the fuck? Rental properties in Florida start as low as 300 to 500 per week for two-bedroom homes, and up to 1,700 a month for some larger properties. So I feel like yeah, there would be a nice little house possibly in Florida, like 1,700 a month.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah. Another interesting thing is that a lot of the houses down there don't have basements either. And they get
Yeah,
a shit ton of, obviously you get tropical weather, so you'd have to evacuate your house, especially if you live near the beach.
hurricane type shit. Yeah, that would be the one downside.
I'm gonna start fucking do image dropping, fucking flexing on some of the images that I took. was kind of. I mean, I like the artificial like topical feeling that you get. You know, just like a normalized town, but it's a normalized town built on a beach. So I mean, that's what makes it different. Yeah. These are actual pictures that I took.
You took these. These look like shit.
They look better when they're not compressed as fuck on Discord. All right.
The um bottom middle one looks the best. That looks like a stock photo, which I do mean that as a compliment.
Thank you. What I think when I was down there, I sent you this one. That's at the college that I was touring.
Imagine the alternate timeline where you were a college Florida kid.
You know, it doesn't have to be alternate. All right.
Yeah,
that
I guess.
is still, you know, my path.
Yeah, it's like only $60,000 of student loan debt to be able to just attend.
Yeah, like $500,000.
$500,000? What?
No, it was like 200,000. You know,
What?
but I had like a $50,000 scholarship, so that would have been like 150,000 then.
Only.
Yeah.
What like aerospace engineering, right? That's what you would have gone there for?
Yeah. I mean, it's literally. Sorry, that freaked me out. Fuck. There's thudding beneath me.
Beneath you. The slaves are trying to escape.
Yeah. Just just thudding. All right.
I guess, yeah. Depends
But
on where
yeah,
you're
it's literally a aeronautical university.
I guess, yeah.
So
If you get a good job with a degree, like right away, you start working and paying that shit off, you can get good money. I mean, according to this website in California, you make about 100 grand a year, equivalent to 47 an hour, or 1,800 a week, or 8,000 a month.
yeah, so I guess my original plan was to like get somewhere with, you know, something and then get enough money so I can get like a good career that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then
Fucking
but
NASA, and then send a photo of your fucking Caleb as like sitting on the fucking director of NASA's chair. You know, look at me, look what I did. You wish you were with
the
me.
problem the only downside now is if I were to want to like go my original route is that the podcast exists. So like if I want to get any like clearance beyond, I guess I got the secret clearance. So I guess that doesn't matter, but like top secret, that would be, you know, they just, you know, come across this podcast, you know, see someone saying the N word once.
Hey, not that they know of, that episode isn't up yet, alright?
Yeah, that's true. um, yeah, I guess I would be the. I guess what I would do is just, you know, see how far I could get. But yeah. I mean, if we're instead of Gang St. Cloud, we're doing Gang Florida, then I mean that'd be expensive as fuck. Is it? That's what that would be.
Yeah, I mean everything's expensive, you know.
I
Just
guess
put
if
it
you
on the
put it like
credit
that.
card. Put it on the company credit
Yeah.
card and call it good.
No, I mean with the, you know, the military GI Bill, and then you got, you know, maybe some scholarships here and there. It would be survivable.
And rob some gas stations, you know, make
I
it
mean,
quick.
we could do that. That would just be our gas and food money, you know. No,
Literally,
we just use that to save up for the cannonball.
yeah, Molly and I can do the Bonnie and Clyde thing.
No, because that's my thing. Because, you know, the name.
Where's your Bonnie then? Where's your fucking Bonnie? Esperanto is still in Minnesota, last I checked.
I'm drinking next episode. Look, what am I supposed to do? All right. Well, you asked the
Find
same
your
person out
body.
like 3 times in a row. I don't have that.
Ask the same person out 4 times in a row. Whatever it takes.
Well, want me to call up fucking? What is it? She's pregnant. The thought that works in the movie theater.
Jordan? The one
Yeah, if I
that's...
call up Jordan like 3 times,
I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. You know?
a
Fucking
child.
person that plays soccer. You know, there's a goalkeeper, but they keep trying to score anyway.
Look, I'm a coach. You know, coaches don't play.
You should text her that.
It's so fucking dumb.
It's so creepy. I like it. Come on, coach, and coaches don't play. Fuck, I want to text that to someone. I like that.
Fucking dumb. All right. I don't know. I'll find. Maybe you're right. I just need to go out to like some club or something and then convince them to go to Florida with me, so we can do Bonnie and Clyde shit. All right.
Bonnie and Clyde is...
It's
just...
literally like the dude's name is Jason, so the game. So I mean, I have to live up to that.
You find your own Bonnie, alright? We'll find you a Bonnie down in Miami.
I'm not going to be a fucking Lester character, all right? I know you want me to be, but that's not.
I don't want you to be Lester, alright? I want you to be happy.
If you want me to be happy, then why am I not drinking right now?
Because
All right.
I'm teaching you moderation, alright? A little bit of self-control. You don't need to fully quit. It's bullshit and boring anyway. But you should
That is a
at
good
least
point.
be able to prove to yourself that, you know, when you really put your mind to it, you can go at least a couple of days without drinking.
Yeah, like
If only for pride,
you're
just so you can,
hooked.
like, yeah, just so you can assure yourself that if I wanted to quit, I really could. I just don't want to quit. Just so you can be like those people.
Yeah, like I quit
It's a
all the
rite of-
time.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage for any like
Yeah,
self-aspiring addict is to be able to knowingly say that they could quit.
yeah, just to
And
convince
then,
yourself.
yeah, maybe like a 50-50 if they actually could follow through with it.
Exact. I think the other thing that I'd want if I were to move down there is you actually get to see space launches, and especially since like we're going back to the moon in 2026. I think that would be perfect. Actually,
Yeah.
watch that launch.
I would love to watch a rocket ship take off while tripping.
See, it would be cool, but like knowing there's people inside there as well, just that added piece of knowledge.
Yeah, seeing it fucking explode before they make it out of the stratosphere. That day must have been fucking crazy. Apollo
Yeah, can
13,
you
right?
Apollo 13? What are you talking?
Isn't that the one that like blew
They
up?
want okay. Watch the movie first off. It's Tom
Rub-
Hanks. It's a great movie. They went around
rub-
the moon, and then they had a sinking feeling like fuck, we're not actually going to the moon. And then they just had to return to Earth. It was successfully failed.
So what was the one where they all fucking died?
Challenger and so you're talking about are you talking about Apollo 1?
No.
That's
No.
that's an Apollo mission that they all died. They all burned inside because of the pure oxygen. Like there's some sort of spark inside the cabin. There's Challenger
Oh,
who that one that took off with that school teacher and it blew up. And yeah, they most likely did not die instantly because they found in like their wreckage that they had activated like their ejection seats or whatever, or like some sort of emergency release. It's something to do with their seats. And then one that was coming in, what is it? So everyone, what is it called? Fucking space shuttle. Space shuttles. Let me try and fucking jog my memory here. There we go. Okay, so it was Columbia. It was the two C's. So Atlantis, that one is the one that's at fucking John F. Kennedy Space Center right now. Right? Believe it or
Okay.
not, that was a photo I took. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, and that okay. So Challenger is the one that took off and blew up because one of the O-rings was too tight. It was too it puckered like an asshole on a cold morning because it was fucking too cold to take off and they didn't listen to their engineers. And then
Nice.
Columbia, it burned up on reentry because when they took off, their one of their tiles was torn off the ship. It was I think it was like a piece of ice or something, chipped off one of the tiles. So it's like heat absorbing tiles, and that just chain reaction. Whatever, it blew up. People saw it come into the sky, and then people started driving to go collect the parts of Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
It's crazy that we've stopped with this. I mean, I guess
was it 2011 was the last flight?
yeah. There's not much incentive. I mean, we already got our samples.
Samples. I mean, we used it for the space station, and then. Or what are you talking about? The moon?
Yeah, just heading to the moon.
The moon was more of a political stunt than it was just going to the moon to get samples. I mean, that was an added benefit, but I mean, we had no business going there at all in the fucking 60s.
Just
Or
to say that
fucking not even the 70s.
it's crazy. Out of all of human history, we're like 80 years away from the first time humans have ever set foot on something outside of our own planet. That's kind of cool.
Happened 80 years. It's cool, but it's also kind of fucking sad. Like, we don't want to, we'd rather fund money towards destroying ourselves than, the advancement of human knowledge or human endeavors.
Yeah, I mean, I do wonder. I remember there being something like they supposedly lost the technology to go to the moon. I know a lot of people, I think, misinterpreted that. It's not that we physically can't go to the moon. Um, I'd imagine like they'd have to completely redesign the spacecraft to just be more cohesive with modern day safety standards and computers, all that other fancy engineering shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's why the SLS was created. I remember reading about it when I was in, what, 5th grade? When we got those Time magazines. You remember those little Time magazines or
I do.
I don't.
yeah,
You
and
know
it was like a
who?
couple pages, and I read about the SLS, which they had their first successful launch like a few years ago, and I watched the first successful launch.
Do you know
No,
who?
I didn't get to watch it live. That was the thing. I got to watch an engine test live, but we flew Opinion Planet podcast around the moon on a flash drive.
Nice.
You do not remember that? That actually happened.
I don't remember.
The name of our podcast flew around the moon. All right. What
I
other
don't.
podcast can say that?
Probably a lot of other ones.
What
I
do
don't
you mean
remember.
a lot of other ones?
I don't remember any of this.
All right. I have
Um,
a picture of it somewhere saved, but
Look at this. Look at this shit. What the fuck? Alright, never mind. Fuck this. I was gonna say a 4-bed, 3-bath, 1,500, but 3,000 security deposit at minimum monthly income 3 times the monthly rent. What the fuck? No pets. Fuck you.
man, you really just opened a rabbit hole. I completely forgot how much I actually researched about space shit.
It's our higher calling, alright? It's mankind's purpose isn't to die on the same fucking rock we grew up on. It's
What
to
is that
die.
from, like, Interstellar?
It's exactly from fucking Interstellar.
I know. Oh, I need to rewatch that movie. Fuck.
You're welcome.
First Man is also really good. It's very cinematic.
The Martian? That's my favorite movie.
So fucking. A lot of it is inaccurate, but it's kind of a fun one. Called himself a space pirate. Or I guess, what it's trending search, North Korea nuclear attack?
Oh shit.
11 hours ago? The US warns North Korea against nuclear attacks.
Against who?
What do you mean against? Biden admin warns North Korea any nuke attacks against the US. Oh, I guess I guess they're threatening to nuke us.
What the fuck?
Wow.
North
Yeah,
Korea.
this
attack on
just
Korea.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of destroying, why are they why?
We need to get fucking Kim Jong-un to watch Interstellar, alright?
What if he watches that and then he immediately just like they start funding money to go to start strapping him in, put him in a black hole.
No, this is Kim Jong-un after watching Interstellar. I need to find the yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. I like that. That's his people behind him.
Yeah.
They're watching it on like a fucking what is it? One of those car theaters.
Fucking drive-in?
Yeah, drive-in movie theater.
I went to a drive-in to watch Spider-Man 3 as a kid. I want to go to a drive-in again. No
There's
kidding.
one in Stillwater.
It's so fucking far. Like, what would
I know.
I suppose, yeah. I'll go see Wonka.
Oh yeah, there's a... It has to be good though, because like drive-ins,
Yeah,
like they make you really tired if they're not good movies.
Yeah. It's okay. I'll just I'll bring some things. I'll make it a fun car ride.
Gonna bring like a gunners?
What the fuck?
What?
No, man,
Yeah, that'll make it fun.
no, like drugs, like a fucking normal person.
What would you get out of that? What, shoot up the like what 5 people who show up? And they're probably interesting people too, because nobody else goes to movie theater or drive-ins anymore.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tap on their fucking window with a gun. Just, all right, get out. Yeah, let's not make this any more dramatic than it needs to be.
Yeah.
Why is
fucking
your fucking landlord such a cunt? Let me keep my goddamn pets. What do you have against them? You're gonna ruin my property.
Yeah, it's either you don't get pets or like everyone wants pet rent now. The dumbest fucking concept, pet rent.
Sure, pay an extra $200 a month. Fuck you, but sure. But just
like what my
no pets allowed. Preferably a
It's
small
like
dog.
having to make a deposit and then having to also pay on top of that. That's
that
what
doesn't make any sense.
don't.
What my fucking dog is supposed to get a job now? The fuck?
Just have it be like one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly.
preferably just have it be a fucking deposit.
Preferably deposit, but yeah. That's how they get you.
Well, you know, since you would otherwise be paying it for about a month or for about a full-time year, your deposit for your pet is going to be about $6 grand. Look at this. A 2-bed, 2-bathroom apartment, dog and cat friendly? No fucking way. You're lying to me.
Where are you looking at?
Place in St. Cloud.
Oh.
Oh shit. That actually doesn't look bad at all. I mean, it might be a bit... I don't know if this is like a common room. I'd imagine this is a common room. Yeah, you get like a community breakfast center, a community fucking pool table, community home theater, and then you just have your own apartment. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe. That'd be a great landlord. You know. They message me.
Become a landlord.
Yeah, that's how you like make the big bucks nowadays, is you just first own a property. And then yeah, call it good.
This is what I do as a landlord. They start complaining about me.
Hee think you as a landlord could be very funny. Like they say that they have an issue, so fucking fix it.
Just okay with the like 5 question marks.
What the fuck do you want me to? I'm
Yeah.
not the one living there. Sounds like a youth.
It's like it's in the lease. No, it's not.
Check again. I just updated.
Yeah. It's like a Word document. They're in the other person's not allowed to edit, but they can comment on it.
You could just forge their signature for fucking anything.
Yeah. Exactly.
See, I can't wait for iPad kids to become landlords because they might think of shit like this.
Yeah, they would do shit like that.
It's fucking awful. Look
No,
at
because
this.
they just have AI to do it for them because they couldn't figure it out.
It's cat and pet friendly though. You know, Duluth. That'd be an interesting place to live. Right?
You know, what I just thought of is that like when we get older, it's gonna be like, back in my day, we used to actually write our, actually lay out our papers. Kids
Yeah.
nowadays they have AI to lay out their papers and shit.
They just fucking send their teacher Google Docs and then call it good.
Yeah. They Google Docs, as in doxing their teacher through Google. Get it?
Yeah, just leak their teacher's OnlyFans.
Speaking of times, what are your thoughts what Times Person of the Year 2023?
Taylor Swift, yeah.
Yeah. I hear Molly's thoughts on that.
I mean, it's cool that they picked, I don't know, an artist for the first time ever, but also I feel like she shouldn't have been, or any like singer, actor, person should be a person of the year.
But they were very influential, right?
I mean, yeah, they had a pretty big year, but
Yeah, I mean, anyone can be Person of the Year, right?
Yeah, anyone can be. You just have to be influential. If someone should fucking ask Taylor Swift, how does it feel that you are now on a very exclusive list shared with people like Adolf Hitler,
Exactly.
Osama bin Laden?
Osama bin Laden's been Time of the Year as well.
Probably not.
Why would they even bother?
Probably not, I'd imagine.
Can you imagine how insensitive that would be?
Hey, they did
That'd
it
be
for
kind of funny
Adolf.
if he was like,
I mean, granted, they didn't know exactly what he was up to just yet, but
they didn't. Yeah.
I like
The
that
say
they-
rules of selection, the individual or group of Interesting. So, I wrote it in Osama bin Laden Times Person of the Year, and it spat out to me the rules of the Person of the Year. It was like, hey, buddy, this is why he wasn't. The same rules of selection, the individual or group of individuals who have had the bigger influence on the year's events made Osama bin Laden the more likely choice that year. However, Giuliani was selected for symbolizing the American response to the attacks in the same way that Albert Einstein was selected person for, I'm assuming for fucking probably nuclear shit. Of the century, representing the century scientific exploration and wonder, instead of Adolf Hitler. What? Adolf Hitler was an actual Person of the Year. Okay. So Rudy Giuliani was a fucking Times Person of the Year?
yeah.
The same guy who wanted to fuck Borat's daughter? Alright.
Didn't he help with like develop RICO laws, and now those RICO laws are being used against him in like some Trump indictments? I think I got the right guy.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Do you know what
He's,
RICO is, Molly?
no.
I don't.
Racketeering. You know what?
RICO
Just so
imposes a maximum criminal penalty of 20 years in prison for violations of statute. If sentenced, the defendant must also forfeit all proceedings obtained while engaging in racketeering activity to the government.
Fuck. Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. Pretty much it's like if you have your underlings do crimes for you and you're a known associate, you can still be punished for those crimes even if you haven't committed them. I mean, there's, a lot more prerequisites that have to be met, evidence and shit, but yeah, most of the time you don't really get away from a RICO charge. At least most people don't. And face a fine of either $250,000 or double the amount of proceeds earned from illicit activity.
With CBC News, Rudy Giuliani's journey from RICO prosecutor to RICO defendant. It was truly a tale as old as time. Either I guess depending on how you feel about the law, is you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah. That'd be another, I feel like, really fun job to get someone on the podcast to talk to them about a federal prosecutor. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it's boring as shit, but I feel like, every now and then you get a pretty fun case. I mean, you get to indict Rudy Giuliani. You get to talk to Trump.
Yeah.
Make him look bad.
Make him on edge. Make him start edging.
Mr. Trump.
All right, that is enough. Mr. Trump has been edging the whole court session.
You should tell people that you work with that if you ever saw Trump, you just punch him in the face and see what their reactions are.
If I saw Trump, I would punch him square in the face.
I mean, people that talk about like, yeah, I could never join the military because the drill sergeants started screaming in my face. I would just see red. I'd just punch him.
I'd punch a drill sergeant. I'd straight up punch a drill sergeant. Yeah, I couldn't join it.
You should say that.
Yeah, if I saw Adolf Trump, I would punch him. I would straight up just punch him.
Hitler Trump, yeah.
Yeah, Adolf Hitler. Donald Hitler. That's so dumb.
Adolf Hitler and Donald Trump, the ship name?
Yeah.
Adolf Trump.
Can we find that? I might want to look this up in in incognito. Donald Trump x Adolf Hitler Lemon.
God damn it.
Wattpad.
Hell yeah. Wattpad.
Best place to find stories.
They finally made it to the cabin, and Hitler decides to break down the comfortable silence. Not the uncomfortable, the comfortable silence. Hey, Donald. Donald replied, "Yeah, Hitler. They don't want some hot chocolate." This is a Russian Hitler, all right? Sure.
Yeah.
He said, sure. Donald said as he got a little more comfy on the smallish couch that was seated in front of an active fireplace. As Hitler walked out, he swayed his hips a bit to get Donald's attention. Donald looked at his ass and thought, damn, that's a nice ass. Hitler turned around and winked at him, then quickly turned around and speed walked out. After a few moments, Hitler came back with the cups of hot chocolate. Here, Hitler said, and handed Donald a cup, smiling. Thank you. This means a tremendous amount to me, Donald says, while taking a cup with one hand and making an okay sign with the other. Hitler just nodded. It got spicy after that, but I'll leave it to your imagination. That's a really good... It literally says that.
Imagine being born fucking 1920s in Germany as a Jewish person. You grow up with all this shit, and you grow up, and the last fucking thing you see before your heart gives out of a heart attack is some fucking kid writing.
Yeah, you're in like a public library, and they're writing this fan fiction.
He's just, oh, the youth of today. Look at him so diligently studying. Oh, what is he's doing an English assignment? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I wonder. I used to be an English teacher myself. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Like, son, what are you writing there?
Someone turned that in as their creative writing assignment.
Hey.
Something like a story.
Damn, that's the only lemon that exists. You know, I am a little more proud of humanity that that's the only thing I can find of that.
We'll get ChatGPT to make a bunch more. We'll just flood the market with them.
Yeah, but their stories are so fucking boring. I like how in the end of it though, it's just like, yeah, I get kind of fucking bored of writing this. Just, you know,
Like most people would. It's like, oh, this is a funny idea. Okay, this is fucking stupid.
you know, to write. It's not even a paragraph. Just wrote a couple sentences. They didn't even say like, you know, looked at the curves or like the roundness of, his rump. Just
Yeah,
his
they weren't
ass.
they weren't good erotic writers, unlike you.
They weren't. They weren't. Maybe I could write a better Adolf Hitler x Donald Trump fan fiction.
That's what you should do in your free time when you're sober, is just start writing erotica. Like Dennis Reynolds, like memoirs.
Yeah.
Practice to see how good you can, like, how far you can take it. And then once we find you your Bonnie in Miami, you say, we can create your dating profile for you. You like milk steak, little green ghouls, and you love to write erotica for your own personal pleasure. That's a pretty good dating profile.
I'd be on the fine line of Dennis Reynolds and Brian Griffin.
Really, as a woman, you wouldn't want to meet someone like a man who says that he loves little green ghouls, he likes milk steak, and he loves to write erotica?
See, the erotica would just be an instant no.
With the little green ghouls and the milk steak, that's perfectly fine.
Be a little.
Milk cooked with steak. Alright.
Friend.
Alright. So yeah, Jason, start writing erotica, please. Get good at it.
What if that's like the last thing I write?
Like ever? You just die after it?
You just.
That's what my life was. That's all my life amounted to.
I'll put it up for auction. I'll make sure it goes to a good bidder.
A good bearer?
A good bidder.
Why don't we try?
A good bidder.
You can be a famous author in the erotica section.
Yeah, that's even, like, genuinely.
You're basing it off of one thing that I said.
Crucify your body. Alright, say that your death was God taking you home. You were literally Jesus reincarnated.
Yeah, I'm trying to find what he said. All I remember is him saying silence. You know, as she was trying to speak. I was trying to find his memoir. Or his
Yeah.
It sucks. I can't find anything on it. All right.
What are you trying to...
I was trying to find Dennis Reynolds' An Erotic Life. And I was trying to like read that part that he read to that one publisher, but I can't find it.
The Always Sunny podcast website? Well, they have an interesting looking website. They have a whole hour episode called Dennis Reynolds' An Erotic Life.
Well, yeah, they talk about literally every episode.
Okay.
So, I mean, depends on how... Holy shit, and it's all written out, too.
Damn. Look at this professional
Most,
podcast.
this is probably crisp, if I'm being honest. Maybe some program. There's no way like somebody sat down and just wrote all this shit out.
You know, their shop kind of sucks. All right, gang hoodie. That's garbage. Cut that. Cut that. I do like the details that they wrote in their description, though. You haven't even begun to peek. Not until you get your hands on one of these, at least. Cozy up in the gang hoodie and let the world know who your three favorite freaks are. It's weird to see like another, like the actual gang refer to themselves as the gang and not like us just talking about ourselves. It feels like they're copying us, but I know that.
We were
I mean, it's us.
Yeah.
in our minds. It's us.
It's always been us. It always will be us.
Just watch us like have merch in our podcast. For our podcast, we just copy the description. Just paste it.
Haven't even begun to peek yet until you
Yeah.
slip on this comfy all fleece OPP hoodie with Avatar from the gang.
What is that? Cut that, cut that, cut that. What is that from?
I have no idea. Is that their
Is
new
that
fun?
like reference to the podcast? Is that the new funny thing?
I don't know. I haven't watched any of the episodes. I don't like. Part of me doesn't want to watch it because I feel like it'll take away the magic, but at the same time, it probably
Read
won't.
button. I feel like it's just boring though. I mean, you're just re-listening. Maybe like certain episodes would be interesting to go back to and like listen to. Like,
Yeah.
all right, you know, what
Pick
were
the
they doing?
brain. Yeah, how they thought about it. I know, like one of the, I think it was a YouTube clip I saw. I don't remember what episode it was, but like they were talking about whether or not to add gun click sound effects for Frank when he's trying to like off himself
Yeah.
and he's just clicking the gun as like a habit. Charlie and Mac thought it would be funnier to, you know, have Frank's gun just like click when he's like, you know, pretending to shoot it. And then
Yeah.
Glenn thought, no, that's stupid. Why would we do that? I don't know. There's just like some interesting insights, but otherwise it
Like
seems
little
like,
arguments they have. Yeah, like
yeah.
little. I mean,
Ooh.
I like hearing how like certain things came to be. Like how we had to change the name for certain characters from Spooks to something else.
Yeah, we can do a film.
We're milking the fuck out of the everything we do. We're probably gonna make podcast episodes of our podcast episodes.
Yeah, like the creative process behind coming up with Opinion Planet podcast initially was just as a way to pass time in quarantine, but as the idea matured and evolved, and it really took a life of its own, if I'm being honest. Like, um, you know, we started to get some viewer interaction from one of our longtime fans, and eventually we just invited her onto the show. She seemed like she was, you know, she knew her stuff. She wanted to be there, be in the moment, talk to us, talk about herself. The juices, man, they were just flowing back then.
But it turned out she didn't talk too much after that.
Fucking Chris Hansen.
I forgot that it started out with just like listening to you, and I got annoyed when
Yeah.
like I couldn't jump in and say something.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, I was like trying to text one of you guys or something during it, just being like, this is that. I'm saying these things to you.
You could start
Yeah,
doing
but
like, start
no-
texting us.
Yeah. No, but now you only hop in when you want to talk about wearing diapers while driving across the U.S.
I can't get her to shut the fuck up about the diapers thing, man.
Yeah.
I'm needing to fucking talk to you about it in private. I don't.
It was like the 5th time this episode.
Like, you hear this shit, right? I'm not making her
Yeah,
say this.
you guys need to talk about some bedroom shit at this point. I do like it. I like how it's Boone County, and I looked up all the Boone counties in the U.S. and then there's quite a bit. So I mean that is like one of the most general like U.S. counties as well.
Yeah, that'd be good. I just
The,
like how,
the,
aside from the white, but I do like all the equipment they have inside. Like
there
even the
is,
little fucking
there's
Mexican
cruise
bottle.
control. They got handcuffs.
They got the radio. They got even the lights on top. That's perfect. The push bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Might have to take out the seats and then just make the back just like a giant gas tank.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to think about the weight as well. You know how much weight.
I mean, the Crown Vic is a fucking heavy vehicle, no matter what. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
taking out the back seats, I mean,
If anything, yeah, you're giving the back tire or back wheels more torque, right? So
by
there's
just
more
adding.
weight because you're adding weight on the back, and it's a rear wheel drive.
Yeah, but adding weight doesn't increase horsepower. I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
it
there's
makes
a
it
very
like
thin cutoff.
maybe I need to do more research in that regard. But I think wouldn't that help because you're putting more weight on the part that pushes it forward.
Yeah, but it's also pushing weight down, and it's just adding more weight to the vehicle. I mean, the less weight, the faster you move.
There's more weight in the back opposed to the front, so
The less weight
there's
in
more
general.
traction, is what I'm trying to say.
You don't need traction, all right? It's fucking. You're not doing cannonball in December.
I mean, traction can help with speed sometimes. I
No.
mean, all right.
No.
Whatever. Whatever.
Well, what's
You're
different?
telling me it never helps with speed then. This
Getting
is
a text.
actually perfect. You guys have to get this. I know it doesn't come with the Boone County thing though, but it does come with top lights, the push bar. This might be just fine by itself. If we painted it black maybe and it has the lights on top.
Are you sending something?
Am I?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to send something.
No. I'm sorry. Just give me a moment, Sensei. I'll send
Okay.
you something that'll be worth your time. Um, um, um. So yeah, Molly said that she just texted me that she had something she wanted to talk about. Actually,
All right, what is that?
I didn't.
yes, you fucking did. Just say what you were gonna say.
Why do female cats get so much hate? I was staring at a cat, and that was the first thing I thought of.
They don't because I have a female cat. This what the fuck? This would be a kind of a cool plane, I guess.
For how cheap it is, that'd be perfect.
I actually like the design of the plane. I like the old style of it. Take out the back seats, put a gas tank there. That could be a good like siphoning.
No, there's Mabel. There's like some TikTok videos going around talking about like, oh, my boy cats are so lovey-dovey. My female cats fucking hate me. I don't know. It's just stupid shit. Like some people think that a handful of people having the same experience means that all cats are like this.
Yeah. I mean, you've had a handful of experiences with dogs and you don't like dogs, so.
Not really. They're kind of annoying as shit, most of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
see?
there's a couple of good ones. I won't lie, but you need good owners if you want to have a good dog. Well, okay, that's not true, because the one dog that I really enjoyed had a really shitty owner. Um,
I think
rip
in most cases, if you have a shitty owner, you're gonna get a shitty dog. But
and realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did we mention on the podcast how like the thrift store dog got murked by a fucking semi?
yeah, you did.
Yeah. The dog's name was Rip, and I'm now realizing that that's ironic.
Damn. That's like some TV show shit. TV show foreshadowing.
You know, the fact that his name was Jason was foreshadowing.
For the Florida shit? Yeah.
Florida.
That could be part of the convoy.
The convoy.
Which is the convoy for the cannonball.
What the fuck is this?
Why are you looking at military surplus uniform?
I just saw it. All right. This would be.
Are you trying to do stolen valor? All right, there's just this guy's boring. He's just a private, and then I guess there's a specialist.
I'll mention. Wait. He's just a private. Wait a minute. Okay, 4 uniforms, 3 never worn. Wait, so they're never worn, and you said that this guy's a private?
I mean, he has a specialist rank there too. So I mean,
A specialist.
that's the highest. That's the highest rank there. So I'm assuming he just got out a specialist.
What should I send to him? Can't stick with us.
E4 Mafia, cringe. I don't know.
E4 Mafia?
That's what they're called, E4 Mafia.
Wait, E-Form? F-O-R-M?
No, E4, so
okay,
Echo,
E4
Echo 4.
Mafia, cringe.
Yeah. they're probably either gonna laugh at it or ask, hey, do you want this shit or not?
I'm sending it to them. E4 Mafia, cringe shit. We'll
Good.
see if...
Fucking hey, we still have to do the Oppie boat, so that's gonna be down in Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, this international 4300. This, I don't know what the fuck we'd use this for. It would... I don't... We don't
This is
even
gonna
have
be
to-
like all the way in the front. It's gonna be one of the spotters. Gonna have all the tech equipment in the back.
It's gonna be fucking passed like immediately. I think this thing's top speed is like 90.
It'll be all the way like in California.
What is it gonna fucking spot for?
It's good. It can be our weather truck.
All right.
No, it's. I just thought it looked cool. That's all I had. Should we get a spotter boat? Find a river that's kind of close.
That could be kind of interesting. You know, there's a bunch of random. I love scrolling Facebook Marketplace. So I just got done spending like $350 for Christmas shopping. Most of it for GymBagBob.
Yeah.
But I'm like looking at Facebook Marketplace. I'm just looking at all the other shit that like I could have gotten for. That's an interesting looking beach vehicle.
That looks
There's
like
a. What was that?
Ken's car. Something. Oh, it's
Yeah.
a European. It's right side drive.
What if I got you Ken's coat?
I feel like I wouldn't be allowed to wear that unless I like have a 6-pack or some shit.
What are you talking about? You were in the military. You have a 6-pack.
Yeah, that's right. I automatically G.I. Joe.
I've seen Top Gun. I know what's up.
Was it,
the good old Grimace Crocs. Those are pretty interesting.
It sounds disgusting. 2 bed, 2 baths flats, Daytona Beach, $1,000 a month.
Oh damn! What's the catch?
It's a timeshare.
Oh shit! Oh
the
shit!
gang that buys a timeshare.
What is it? What the fuck even? All right. Hey. A timeshare is a property with a divided form of ownership or use rights. So what is... So I'm just renting it for like a week? Okay. Multiple parties hold rights to use the property, and each owner of the same accommodation is allotted their period of time. Okay, that's it. So you just rent a home for a week.
Yeah.
So instead of Airbnb, I could fucking timeshare, vacation pretty much.
I guess. I think. I actually I have no idea how that works or what it is. I'm not gonna pretend that I know what it is, but
I guess yeah. Like I don't know. I guess it depends on the price. Did they fall behind?
Yes.
Was that Mabel? We have to rescue our cat because she's fucking stupid and fat.
all right.
Don't fall into the crevice, you stupid.
And going to the crevice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crevice. I think let's call this episode here. I mean, we covered a
Definitely
lot
should.
of ground. You know, we talked about Cannonball. Talked about Cannonball some more.
Mostly Cannonball, if I'm being honest.
Mostly Cannonball.
we talked about work relations, what the fuck are we doing? We're not They already know what we talked about. All right, we don't need to do fucking synopsis.
No, we need to break it down for the iPad kids of the future. All
Okay,
right,
that's right.
they watched the very beginning, they skipped the end, so they can just like absorb all this shit.
Yeah, well, they watch some fucking GTA 6 gameplay in the background.
GTA 6 gameplay in the background, OPP on one phone, fucking
Subway
Subway
Surfers
no,
in one
Subway.
hand.
All right, Subway Surfers Minecraft Edition.
Yeah,
That could
in
actually...
one hand, an actual Subway sandwich in the other.
How many fucking hands do these iPads? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Amadeus Kyouma. Thank you for joining us tonight. We never introduced ourselves. Wait, no, we did.
Yeah, we did like 4 hours ago.
I don't think so.
I feel like you guys did, but I didn't. But
ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Nocam. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Opinion Planet podcast. We will be back next week with episode 20, the Big 2-0.
Oh, Pete.
and I'm your host,
Pete.
GymBagBob, and we're tuning out.
OPP. OPP. OPPP. OPPP. O.